Back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit.
130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Synergy Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong. Because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth-generation family-owned and operated.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service. No hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common.
the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The sun is up and you're ready to put in a good day's work. Then this happens. Easy now. You're in luck because this week, Grosenberg Implement is offering an 8% discount on all battery chargers. Nothing gets done with your equipment just sitting around. 8% discount on all battery chargers this week at Grosenberg Implement. See any of their parts staff today at any of the 9 Grosenberg Implement locations.
Dakota Storm Roofing. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Contracting, Century Business Products, and the Brittany Shufflebine Agency. Governor Football is brought to you by Dakota Mart, Avera Health, Fisher Rounds and Associates Insurance and Real Estate, First Dakota National Bank, the May Adam Law Firm, American Bank and Trust, Pierre Regional Airport, Nystrom Electrical Contracting, Access Health Fort Pierre, and the Corner Station. And Governor Football is brought to you in part by Oahe Federal Credit Union, TMA, Kathy Sun and Shine Properties, Gators Pizza, Pasta, and Subs, Regnerado, Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, the Lariat Lanes, the Rancota Hotel and Conference Center, Ferding Electric, and Bauman Lumber. These special in-game sponsors bring you Governor Football. The Hughes County Jail, the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, Central Dakota Eye Care, Envirotech, South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, Comtech, Coca-Cola Bottling, Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial, Family Dental of here in Gettysburg, Hermanson Enterprises, Cowboy Country Stores, Gales Gas Service, and Bauman Lumber.
Now, here's Governor Football.
And thank you very much. And a very good Friday evening, everybody. A night of high school football coming your way. The top-ranked and six-time defending Class 11 AA state champion Pierre Governors taking to the field, taking to the road once again for game number 3 on this 2023 season. Tonight, after victories at Aberdeen and at home last week over the Brookings Bobcats, the Governors will tangle with the Mitchell Kernels. Welcome to Mitchell, welcome to Joe Quinnell Field, and welcome to our coverage of Pierre Governor High School football. And your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7, and we're live streaming with our friends and partners from Live Ticket as well. You'll find it on the drgnews.com webpage, the River 92.7 page of drgnews.com to be more specific. Joined tonight with Colby Carey in studio. He'll be running the show. Caleb Brozick and crew running video here at site, and also joined at side by Sean Lewis, who will provide the color tonight. And Coach Lewis, so far so good for the Governors, and still you're looking at a pair of goose eggs that the Governors have pitched defensively, and tonight against a Mitchell team that has had their struggles so far. I think that Governor defense licking their chops a little bit more.
Yeah, Mitchell has struggled a little bit, especially offensively. They're running that 2-quarterback system and really haven't settled into, maybe what their identity is and what they like to do. So far watching them pregame, it looks like they're going to try and get an edge and get to the outside, and we'll see if that recipe works. So far, it hasn't worked for many people, but props to them for giving it a try.
We don't know much about that team as of yet, but I kind of get the sense that this is a team that it's obviously a work in progress, but I think from one game to the next, they've shown improvement. Maybe they'll see more improvement tonight, albeit against maybe the toughest team they'll play all year, save for Sioux Falls Jefferson, but a team that maybe by the end of the year is going to show some pretty good strides.
Yeah, they're going to have some growth as a team. This coaching staff's also going to have some growth. They're at a first-year head coach with Coach Larson, and he's going to do a good job, and he's got to kind of mold this program into what he wants. And as much as you want it to happen in 1 or 2 weeks during the preseason, it's just not going to happen. It's going to, their identity over the course of a few games is going to solidify, and you're going to see them get better and better, because as a coaching staff, they're going to get better and better.
And these coaches have been around for the most part as well. I talked to Coach Larson yesterday. We'll hear from him a little bit later on when we do Keys to Success. Speaking of the keys, we'll have those for you in just a little bit, but we're going to open up with a 3-minute break. When we come back, we'll take a look around Class 11 AA football in South Dakota, give you the schedule, the power rankings as they stand coming into tonight's action. Then we've got coaches' comments, keys to success, starting lineups, all that, and plenty more coming up. Our pregame show is brought to you by Bank West. Bank West for the best, and we're back in 3 minutes. You're listening to the Bank West pregame of Pierre Governor football and your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, Bank West has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. Bank West associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose Bank West. Bank West, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
There's an app for everything, including high school sports, from the stations of DRG Media Group. Download the DRG News app from the App Store or Google Play. It takes only a moment, so you'll have it in time for this game. See live and archive video of all games. And when you select your favorite station during the live stream, the video will immediately pop up. See Central South Dakota High School Sports on your phone or mobile device with the DRG News app. Download it now from the App Store or Google Play. Hey, DQ fans, taste perfection in every bite of their chicken strip basket. It's loaded with crispy, all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, crunchy Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Personally, I'm all about the house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Do your taste buds a solid and order a chicken strip basket today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
Why am I so sore? There are everyday moments.
Hey, hold the ladder! Hold the ladder!
Yeah, that hurt. And there are epic moments.
Slide! College! Class of 1995!
When a moment creates a health need, visit the experts at Avera Orthopedics. We're moving health forward so you can tell the story. Learn more at avera.org/orthopedics.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The Garage Doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
One team. The Pierre Governors know what that means, and so do the men and women of the Hughes County Jail. No matter how good you are, working with a good team makes you better. To be the best, that takes teamwork. So if you'd like to know more about the available positions at the Hughes County Jail and be a part of their team, log on at hughescounty.org. Click on the Sheriff tab. Detention deputies and nursing positions are available. Go Govs from the employees of the Hughes County Jail.
Welcome back once again to Joe Quintal Field in Mitchell, South Dakota, and we welcome you to the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth as we thank the men and women of the Hughes County Jail for doing what they do and being a part of the first responder unit in our community, and also for furnishing us with a place to set up and call high school football from. We're just between the 40 and 45 yard lines east of the big M in the middle of this turf field in Mitchell, and that's a good vantage point from the Hughes County Jail broadcast booth as we take a look into our Bank West pregame show and what's going on in Class 11 AA football here tonight on this Friday night. Week 3 of the season for the Governors and for the Kernels and the rest of 11 AA. So far, 2 games played by everybody in the class. Yankton leads in the power rankings at a 2-0 mark. Spearfish actually with a 1-1 record has a better power ranking than other 2-0 teams like Pierre and Sturgis and T-Area and Watertown, all with a 42 power average. Aberdeen Central, Brookings, Huron, and Mitchell are all 0-2 so far. That includes the Kernels, as we mentioned. Douglas is at a 1-1 mark, just behind those 0-2 teams. That's the power averages in Class 11 AA. Scheduled for events tonight has Pierre at Mitchell. Maybe the marquee matchup in 11 AA tonight has Yankton playing at Watertown, a pair of 2-0 teams going at it up northeast of here. Huron plays at Brookings tonight. Both of those teams 0-2 so far. One game going on already. O'Gorman out of AAA is hosting T-Area. O'Gorman had the first touchdown in that game about halfway through the first quarter and led 7-0. We'll keep tabs on that a little bit later on. Meanwhile, Spearfish goes to Douglas out west. Sturgis will head to Aberdeen to meet up with the Golden Eagles tomorrow in a 6 o'clock start time, or maybe late afternoon, something like that. That's the schedule in 11 AA. The rest of 11 AAA, including the O'Gorman T game, has I'm trying to think. It is all Saturday games. Actually, only one other game tonight. That's Brandon Valley hosting Rapid City Central. A number of games coming up tomorrow, however. Sioux Falls Lincoln takes on Sioux Falls Jefferson, and then Roosevelt and Washington, a pair of games at Howard Wood Field. And Harrisburg will play host to Rapid City Stevens tonight as well. Central South Dakota, smaller school games. Stanley County is idle tonight. In fact, David Burrell is at Riggs High Gym as the Pierre Governor volleyball team entertains the Sturgis Scoopers tonight. If you're into volleyball, tune into that one on KGFX on the AM side, 1060 or 103.1 FM. Meanwhile, Lyman is at White River. That's our KPLO game, 94.5 FM, 100.5 in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Potter County at Warner on KMLO. Mobridge Pollock on Star 99 out of Mobridge, South Dakota. They're at Redfield for a battle with the Pheasants. Mobridge Pollock having a good start to the season. One game completes in Central South Dakota tonight. Faulkton won at Sully Buttes this afternoon, 56-20. Meanwhile, Jones County goes to Phillip tonight. Chamberlain hosts Lakota Tech. Winter plays at Beersford, and Miller Highmore Herald tomorrow will host Lead Deadwood, among some other Central South Dakota teams in action this weekend. That's our look around high school football, 11 AA and otherwise in Central South Dakota. That is part of our Bank West pregame of Pierre Governor football. Open up a 2-minute break, and we're back with Coach's commentary. Keys to success on the way, starting with Steve Steele of the Pierre Governors. Next, you're listening to Pierre Governor football.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at CapitalCityFordToyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378. Dakota Storm Roofing is a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to DakotaStormRoofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram.
At American Family Insurance, we help protect what you've achieved so you can fearlessly go after your dreams. For auto, home, business, and life, contact us today. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
American Family Insurance, Life Mutual, Standard of Ohio and Wisconsin Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Call the Brittany Shufflebine Agency, LLC, with offices in Pierre, Oneida, and Gettysburg.
All right, here we go. Keys to success and Steve Steele into another week of Governor football on the road. We take again to the Mitchell Kernels, but good home.
Hey, DQ fans, taste perfection in every bite of their chicken strip basket. It's loaded with crispy, all-white meat chicken strips, golden fries, crunchy Texas toast, and your favorite dipping sauce. Personally, I'm all about the house-made Hidden Valley Ranch. I'm getting hungry just thinking about it. Do your taste buds a solid and order a chicken strip basket today. Only at DQ. Happy tastes good.
All right, here we go. Keys to success and Steve Steele into another week of Governor football on the road. We take again to the Mitchell Kernels, but good home opener victory over Brookings, 49-0, Coach, last week. And I think a team where you knew you were a heavy favorite. You went out, took care of business, and so far so good.
Yeah, and that's all you can really hope for in a game last week is to come out and execute. You can win a game and not play very good and not get better. And, we felt like we did win the game, but we also felt like we got better in all three phases.
Because it was from 1 week to week 2 where, you saw some things that could use some immediate improvement, and you found that in that second win.
Yeah, I thought the special teams were fantastic. I think first and foremost, that was an incredible turnaround, really going from kind of sloppy the first game to really sharp. So hopefully we can keep that going tonight. And then, offensively, I thought we did well too. I think it was pretty sharp for the most part. And defensively was steady as it was before. So we're in good shape.
Well, and you talk about special teams. You're scoring in all three phases, and that's a pretty good recipe for success no matter who you're playing.
Yeah, whenever we can get a touchdown in all three phases, that bodes very, very well for you. I'm not sure what the stat is, but it's a high percentage that you're winning the game if you get 2 non-offensive touchdowns.
All right, the Mitchell Kernels, I think a similar team in Brookings, in what you saw in Brookings, in that they're a little bit inexperienced. I think they've got a lot more seniors than Brookings does, but still the inexperience that they've shown on the field, I think, is going to be certainly bode well in your favor.
Yeah, I think that'll probably be the case, but, at the same point in time, you start getting a couple games under your belt, and you shake that non-experience pretty quick, so I think they'll be very improved from 1 week ago, offensively especially. Their defense did a lot of good things this last week. They're very aggressive on the defensive side. They try and force the issue, pressure into some bad decisions. So we'll have to make sure we're poised on the offensive side. And defensively for us, like I said, their timing's gotten a lot better week 1 to week 2, and we anticipate that being even better coming tonight.
Yeah, it's I guess as you've shown improvement from week 1 to week 2, they have too. Still a lot of athletes on that team.
Yeah, they've got some really good playmakers on their team. You know, a lot of hockey players on this squad. You know, there's some of their better guys are hockey players, and you know, they're not afraid to be physical. They're pretty fast, they're pretty quick, and they've got that side-to-side movement. So we'll have to stop them tonight.
All right, offensively, anything that you're looking at for further improvement?
You know, I think that really the challenge this week is to do what we did and finish the plays the same way we finished them this past week, extending those shorter gains to medium and long gains. You know, and front-wise, we're going to go back to kind of similar front to what we saw out of Aberdeen, back to an even front with 4 down linemen. So, you know, it's a little bit of a transition again, kind of going from the odd front mentality to an even front, but hopefully that's not going to bug us again.
Okay. How about same question defensively, further improvement here?
Yeah, defensively, we've just got to continue to trust our eyes. You know, I think that their timing is going to be better again, like we've said, this going into this game. So we've got to trust our eyes and then, you know, rely on our legs to run us where we need them to be. And when we're playing fast, we're going to be tough to score on.
Okay. How about game shape? You feel like you're getting in pretty good game shape, or you still have a ways to go at all?
Yeah, I think we're getting there. I wouldn't say we're there yet. You know, I think hopefully after today we'll know a little bit more of that, but I think we've got a little ways to go yet.
But I think in your run of success, I think you've been able to show that you're in a little bit better shape, maybe better conditioned than a lot of your opponents early in the season, aren't you?
Yeah, you know, I think we are. I mean, we do a lot of conditioning, and then we do prepare the guys in practice as much as we can. But it's just different when you get into a game and the tension's a little higher. Then I think it's just a little different. So, you know, we might be better off than some teams, but you know, we're still not where we want to be just yet.
All right, let's wrap up keys to success against the Kernels.
I think offensively, just extending plays, taking care of the football, and then defensively flying around and continuing to tackle well.
Okay, Coach, go get her done. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Steve Steele, the head coach of the Pierre Governors, coaches comments and keys to success. And our pregame are brought to you by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. As we step aside, hear from them, and we'll talk with Pat Larson, the head coach of the Mitchell Kernels, as our keys to success continue. This is Pierre Governor Football.
The key to success starts with vision. Hi, this is Dr. Matthew Blazek of Central Dakota Eye Care. Regular, yearly, comprehensive eye exams are key in finding eye problems before symptoms appear. Call us today at 224-6128 and schedule an appointment. New patients are always welcome. The staff at Central Dakota Eye Care is proud of our area youth and support their high school activities. Best of luck in the game. Central Dakota Eye Care, 640 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Better vision for a great life.
All right, we'll continue our keys to success with Patrick Larson, the head coach of the Mitchell Kernels, the home team in this week 3. Coach, your home opener coming up, but a couple of tough games on the road so far at Yankton, at Sturgis as well. And I think the one thing, as you provided your starters to me, was that from one year to the next, you still have seniors coming back, but you lost an awful lot from a year ago too. And maybe as you've had your struggles so far this season, is it an inexperienced thing as people try to get I don't know, just get things figured out, maybe a new coaching system along that too?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is experience. We are starting a lot of seniors, but a lot of our seniors were not, you know, starters last year. We lost our starting quarterback, 4/5 of our starting offensive line, and all-state safety and Jagger Tyler, and you know, other seniors in our receiving core and in our linebacking core. And so we had a lot of seniors graduate that were big players. So a lot of our seniors this year are, you know, first time starters under the lights on Friday night.
Yeah. So again, with the struggles right now, it's just maybe putting points on the board is one thing. Obviously defense too, but getting some points on the board has been a struggle so far.
It has been. And I mean, last year, looking at the way we played offensively and defensively last year, we're not a whole lot different than we were last year at this point, and that's what we're trying to improve on. I knew coming into the season the two big keys for us were going to be to, you know, convert third downs on offense and to get off the field on defense on third down. And, you know, the first couple drives against Yankton, the first game, we did get off the field in 3 downs. We just couldn't move the ball offensively, and then, you know, they kind of just wore us down with their size and their strength up front. And then we just didn't get off to a very good start last week in Sturgis, and you know, it took us a half to get our feet under us, and then we came out and had a really nice long drive in the third quarter and got the points, and by that point it was just a little too late for us.
What other improvements did you see from the first game to the second one out in Sturgis last week?
Well, I mean, like I said, we moved the ball better. I felt we were much better offensively from week 1 to week 2. Defensively, I think we saw some improvement as well. You know, we were going for it a couple times in the third and fourth quarter, trying to keep the momentum and against Sturgis, and that gave them some short fields towards the end of the game. But just general improvement in our kids by and large. Kids getting more comfortable with their roles. This group of kids does not have a real big vocal leader in it as so far this season. And I think we had, Nate McCormick kind of stepped up at halftime last week in Sturgis and kind of gave the kids a little speech at halftime. And I think that's kind of sparked us a little bit in the second half, the way we started. We just need these kids to find their footing and, find their role within the team and just keep coming together as a team and moving forward to improve.
All right, sounds good. Obviously a tough task here against the Pierre Governors this weekend. What do you see out of the Govs so far, and the biggest challenges and the keys to success you'll have today?
Well, Pierre's Pierre. You don't win 6 state championships in a row by, not being good and not having a solid coaching staff and not having a solid philosophy. And I know Coach Steele's got all that stuff going for him. And they've got kids who want to be a part of that program, and that's something we're striving to get to, is getting to a point where we're winning games consistently and we're in the playoffs consistently, and that's where we want to get to. So, the Kaiser kid's really good at quarterback. He was a really good receiver last year. Pierre still spreads you out, and probably maybe not as many formations as they used to run and have they run in the past years, but they still spread you out, hide those tight ends, that unbalanced line. It's the same stuff we've seen over the years, just different guys, and in the roles. That's what we're up against. It's a challenge, and it's a challenge. We're welcome to take on for our home opener, and we'll see what happens.
All right, your biggest keys to have some things happen for you in this game, then.
Well, I think we have to get off to a good start. We can't put ourselves in a gigantic hole, and so far that's been hard for anybody else to do against Pierre this year. So if we can sustain, some drives in the first half, get some first downs, maybe put some points on the board, keep that margin low, that would be good. And like I said, get off the field once in a while, not let Pierre dominate the time of possession and march the ball down the field, make them punt the ball, more than they're probably accustomed to. And, just try to keep this close this weekend for as long as we can and let the chips fall where they may.
Have a chance in the end. Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck tonight, all right?
Appreciate it. Thank you much.
And that is first-year head coach Pat Larson of the Mitchell Kernels, although he's been an assistant in this program for quite a number of years, taking over for the old veteran, Kent Van Overshield, who has been the head coach for a number of years in the past here at Mitchell. That's our keys to success, once again sponsored by Central Dakota Eye Care in Pierre. They have begun the naming of the starting lineups on the field. Let me give you the Pierre starters in this one, then we'll take a break. We'll come back with the Mitchell starters, still have the naming of the game officials tonight coming up as well. Our starters are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre, and of course we start with the Governors being led by Cade Kaiser, the senior quarterback, a senior at 190 pounds. In the backfield it's Brock Mosier, 175, and a senior. We'll still see senior Trey Lewis running quite a bit as well. The wideouts are George Stolle, the 160-pound senior. Keenan Scott will get the start tonight at 195, and a senior. Tyan Buss will get plenty of snaps in a wideout position as well. The tight ends are good ones, no doubt. The freshman Cooper Terwilliger at 210. Also Jet Zabel, the standout, 215-pound senior. 14 catches already on the season in just a couple of games. On the offensive line, Zayden Rounds is the center, 250-pound junior, flanked on one side by the nub guard Jacob Micken, and 235, and a junior on the other side, Matthew Brewer, a senior at 240. Further outside from him, another guard, Lucas Coleman, 265, and a senior. Ty Michael is the tackle, a junior at 210 pounds, and again he'll get his second start in place of the injured Matthew Coverdale for the Governors. On the defensive side of the ball, on the nose, it's Austin Longdo in the middle of the defensive line, senior at 330. Defensive tackles, E.J. Bucci, the junior at 220. Emmett Anderson, a senior at 235. The linebackers, including Titan Winkler on the outside, senior 175. Trevor Rounds, a 170-pound junior. Trey Lewis, the senior at 180. Lucas Chamberlain, a 200-pound senior. And Chance Sarda in the middle, a senior at 180 pounds. The defensive backfield is a good threesome as well. Spencer Schonsberg, senior at 175. Carson Stoser, who has 2 picks on the season, 1 in each game. Last week he took one about 30-plus yards for a pick 6. As well, Stoser, the junior speedster, at 160. And Spencer Eastland, who had 2 interceptions a week ago, a senior at 175, roaming center field as the free safety for the Pierre Riggs High Governors. Their head coach Steve Steele is assisted by Matt Thorson, Scotty Nye, Adam Spohr, Dan Machachok, Jeff Schleckaway, Brevin Kaiser, Duncan Trout, Josh Schleissner, and Ryan Royer. Starting lineups are brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. Let's hear from Envirotech. We'll give you the Mitchell starters when we return with more Pierre Governor football.
Join the family at Envirotech in Pierre. They're a community-based business, and they're seeking a route driver with or without a CDL certification and will train and help you with the investment of gaining your CDL. Earn a $7,500 sign-on bonus plus a $3,200 annual safety bonus. Wages start at $18 an hour or more depending on experience. Full benefits after 60 days. If you are energetic, self-directed, and are looking for a great long-term place to be, Envirotech is the place. Apply at wasteconnections.com. Equal opportunity employer.
Envirotech with the starting lineups. Let's meet the home team tonight. The Mitchell Kernels here at Joe Quinnell Field in Mitchell. Again, a lot of juniors and seniors. Not a lot of varsity experience, unfortunately, though, with these Kernels. Lucas Chenoweth is a senior quarterback at 165 pounds. Nathan McCormick, one of 3 running backs listed as a senior at 180. Parker Denny, a junior at 185. Mick Daly runs hard. He's a junior at 180 pounds. A couple of wideouts as well, including Connor Singray, a senior at 185 pounds. Dustin Kurtenbach is a 160-pound senior. On the line, anchored in the middle by Aiden Wood, a sophomore 230-pounder. Left guard is Thaden Milliken-Auk, a senior at 220. Lucas Paul, a senior 200-pounder on the right guard spot. Connor Dagan is a senior at 215 on the left tackle. And Brian Wilson, the right tackle. Brady Wilson, rather, a senior at 220. On the defensive side, there's 5 of those offensive starters who will go defensively as well, but the defensive tackles are senior Seth Foote at 190. Antonio Rivera is a junior at 220. The ends on the defensive side are Tate Wenz, a senior at 200. Noah Pudwill, a junior at 185. Kellen Odell comes in at 1 linebacker, a junior at 170, along with Mick Daly and Parker Denny. The defensive backfield features Connor Singray and Nate McCormick on the corners. Dustin Kurtenbach is 1 safety, joined by Hudson Borgen, a junior at 150 pounds for the Mitchell Kernels. Those are your starters, brought to you by Envirotech. The Kernels 0-2 so far on the season. Lost in the opening week at Yankton 42-0. Lost at Sturgis 38-6 last Friday night. This is their home opener, and they're looking for obviously a tough task against them, taking on the Pierre Governors. Kernels are coached by Patrick Larson. Once again, your starting lineups brought to you by Envirotech in Pierre. The other game officials, I should say the other lineup for starters is our game officials. We name them as they are the law on the field, sponsored by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office and their Division of Consumer Protection. We always make it a point to thank our game officials for doing what is very oftentimes a thankless job in officiating high school sporting events. Tonight's law on the field comes from the Yankton-Vermilion area. Connor Singheisen is the referee. Jim Gobler is the umpire. Mark Reichen on the line, along with Steve Mayer, and Steve Siegel is the back judge from Yankton and Vermilion. Connor Singheisen, Jim Goblers, Mark Reichen, Steve Mayer, and Steve Siegel. Tonight's game officials, they are the law on the field, sponsored by the Attorney General's Office of the state of South Dakota and their Division of Consumer Protection. Let's take a 3-minute break, and when we come back, we will have more. Take a look at an update on O'Gorman and T area. We'll have the coin toss here and in Mitchell, and of course we've got our national anthem coming up as well. 3 minutes and our Bank West pregame show continues. This is Pierre Governor football.
Every day you share personal information about yourself with others. You may write a check, charge fuel, rent a car, mail your tax return, schedule a doctor's appointment, or post something on social media. Each transaction may share some sort of personal information such as bank or credit card account numbers, social security numbers, name, address, or phone number. There are unscrupulous individuals, identity thieves, targeting these routine transactions trying to gain your information to commit fraud. If you think someone has stolen your identity, contact Consumer Protection at 800-300-1986. Beck Motor Company is celebrating 54 years in business. Specials in every department. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. 10% off all Pro Shop items. Caps, coolers, cups, blankets, car storage containers, and more. $15 off a light detail. And with all vehicle purchases, take home a special anniversary gift. See us at beck-motors.com. Call 224-5912. Thank you for your business and friendship.
We're making a great deal better.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility, considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. A registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
We're back in Mitchell. We continue our BankWest pregame show as the coin toss will be enacted on the field. In the meantime, we'll remind you that you're listening to Pierre Governor Football. On your official home of the Governors. River 92.7 is KGFX FM Pierre. Member of DRG Media Group. We're live streaming as well at drgnews.com. Caleb Brozick on camera. Sean Lewis at side with color commentary here. And Colby Carey back in studio providing audio production. Our former audio production guru, Heather Williams, though, did send us a text saying we're sounding pretty good. And I said, even from 1,000 miles away? She said, absolutely. So getting ready. Here we go. The Governors have won the toss, and they will receive. And Mitchell will have our Comtech kickoff coming up. Let's hear from Comtech. We're playing ball when we come back to Joe Quinnell Field in Mitchell. This is Pierre Governor Football.
Comtech has your technology solutions. Check out their showroom located right off the truck route on Irwin Street. Come in and see what you've been missing. A large selection of TVs, sound systems, and smart speakers, PCs, desktops, and tablets, home and business security and telecommunication systems. Comtech is your all-in-one solution for any technology needs. Wishing all athletes the best of luck in today's competition. Comtech. Come see what you've been missing.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, Pierre. Eyes on the road, not on your phone.
And again, welcome back to Mitchell as we get set for kickoff. It'll be Mitchell doing the honors, kicking to the Pierre Governors. Mitchell in black and gold tonight, black jerseys, gold pants with the black helmets and the big gold M on the sides of those, just like the big gold M at midfield here at Joe Quinnell. The Governors in road white tonight, green numbers. They've got the green pants and, of course, the green helmets. They'll be moving from west to east, right to left as this one kicks off. The opening kick sponsored by Comtech in Pierre. Along with Coach Sean Lewis, Brian Oakland here. Here we go. Game number 3 of the season. The Governors at 2-0, looking to get a good start on a short kick. In fact, a fair catch called for. by Titan Winkler, and he takes it at the 26-yard line. That might have been a little bit more of a reflex than anything, but he tried to run with it just a little bit. Coach Sean Lewis, first question for you. On paper, you're 2-0. If you're the Pierre Governors, you're taking on a team that you know is 0-2, having their struggles. I think the word complacency comes to mind. That's something you really need to guard against. How do you do that if you're the Governors?
You got to come out and you got to start fast, and I think that's something Steve Steele always wants to do. I mean, he wins the toss, takes the ball right away. And, this Mitchell team, they're going to want to try and hang with you right away. And eventually, the one-way players we have is going to wear on them, so it's going to take time. But if we can come out and start out fast, that's going to be complacency erased right away.
Ball's just inside the near hash mark. It's a ground gainer here for Brock Mosier right up the near hash mark. Taking the inside handoff from Cade Kaiser, the senior quarterback, from the 26 up across the 30 and dropped at the 31. They're halfway there on play number 1 for the Governors. 2nd and 5 coming up. 5 yards on the ground, always a good start on first down. I mean, it opens up the play, but what do you know? You're a defensive guy. It opens up the playbook, though, offensively quite a bit. Kaiser on 2nd down, option. Pitch to the right, Mosier with running room to the 35 and a first down, 40. Out to the 45, far side, pushed out of bounds, just across midfield into Kernel territory. And there is how you open things up and take it right to the opposition. If you're the Pierre Governors, 2 plays, 2 good running plays, and a first down chain mover to the Mitchell 49.
And we've seen, that speed option, now 2 weeks in a row become a staple of this offense. And, Coach Larson said it well, is there's not as many formations, but, man, these guys still get after it and do their job, and that's what you're seeing.
Ball on the far hash mark now, short side of the field. Kaiser will take it that way and come up the middle. Side steps to the 40, 30, foot race out to the 20. Far sideline, out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Mitchell finally runs him down. Nathan McCormick, I believe, runs him out inside the 10. And Cade Kaiser just followed the blockers, found a little space and just exploded once he got to that second line of defense.
That was my takeaway from that, is he was very patient with that run. He didn't try and rush it and get right into somebody's hip pocket or run right into a blocker or a linebacker. Just stayed patient, followed it, hit it to the outside, and got a huge gain.
First time over the air from the 10-yard line, but Mitchell had a golden opportunity and an interception right there. Number 11, I think that was 11. Eston Schlimgen, who was a backup quarterback on offense, but looked like a tall player, just stuck his paw up in the air, knocked a pass, probably intended for Jet Zabel over the middle, up in the air. He just couldn't haul it in. Might have heard footsteps. By the way, a 39-yard run for Cade Kaiser to get them to the 10-yard line. That was 1st and goal, now 2nd and goal. But boy, a bullet dodged by the Governors on their 4th play of the evening. Mosier comes up the gut this time. They've got him from down low. Still going to get a 5-yard surge. And halfway home in a goal-to-go situation here. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 5 as he is brought down by Seth Foote.
Number 37, Kellen Odell.
Got to breathe, or Kellen Odell, 37 instead of Foote, 35. Comes up with that tackle.
And you see us bring in a 3rd tight end here with Jet Zabel. And you'll see Keenan Scott come in here. So you get a 3rd tight end. Let's see what we can do in a goal line situation.
Bunched up through that line of scrimmage, play action. A rollout here for Kaiser. Loves throwing on the run. He's got his man. It's Terwilliger. Caught. He'll turn it up and cross the goal line. Touchdown, Governors.
We were lucky he's 6'5" because he got hit by the turf sniper coming up here up top. But 6'5" will still get you about 3 yards any day.
He did trip over the goal line. It looked like he was untouched, but the Governors, again, dodging a bullet, but they come up with a 5-yard touchdown strike from Cade Kaiser to Cooper Terwilliger. Cooper's 2nd touchdown of the season, and Ryan Berry will come in to try the PAT. Young lady went 2 for 5 in Aberdeen, but 7 of 7 at home in that win over Brookings a week ago. This kick is up and straight and through. 7-0 Governors. 9:55 in the opening quarter as they strike first on their opening drive of the game. We'll pause for 60 seconds. The Govs will kick when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Kaiser with a 39-yarder to set him up at the 10-yard line. 3 plays later, 6 plays overall. Kaiser on a rollout on 3rd and goal from the 5, hooking up with his big tight end, the freshman Cooper Terwilliger, for a score, and Ryan Berry's PAT makes it 7-0. With 9:55 to play, it is Bria Sargent kicking off, taken at the 25-yard line by Mitchell return man. Comes up inside the far hash mark, and a pretty good return across the 35 to the 40. And that is number 20, Parker Denny, who will be running some hard yards, I imagine, tonight as Mitchell takes to the offensive set for the first time. 9:48 to go. Again, just underway, but the Governors lead early, 7-0. T area, by the way, trailing at O'Gorman 28-17. That game approaching halftime. They kicked off at 6 o'clock tonight. High scoring first half. Here comes Lucas Chenoweth, wanted an option. He had Mick Daly out there in motion, but the Governors stay home, and Emmett Anderson on the keeper by Chenoweth gets back to the line of scrimmage, but Anderson will drop him right there at the 42-yard line.
And good job there by the Pierre defense. You're going to see at that speed option, typically 2 guys have the quarterback, and you got 1 guy on the pitch. Both guys were there, and so he had no choice but to just protect it, keep it down, and got hit both in the front end and the back.
We'll see how Mitchell sets up here. I formation. Daly's going to be slot left. There really are 4 receivers flanked. This one's a straight-up give to Parker Denny, and just like he did on the kickoff return, he kept moving. Chance Sarda, has him by the ankles, but Denny going to pick up 6 yards up near the 48, across the 48, close to the 49. Let's give him 6. 3rd and a short 4, or a long 3.
So I think what you're seeing out of him is he can definitely get a full head of steam in a very short amount of time. He did it on the kickoff, and right there on that 2nd down. Looks to be a nice hard runner.
3rd and 3.5, right near midfield. Mitchell's opening drive as they try to answer a touchdown from the Governors, who lead 7-0. Pitch out here. This is Nathan McCormick with room. Like you said, Coach, they're trying to get to the edges. They do just that here, and they've got a chain mover into Governor territory. So far, a good start all on the ground for the Kernels.
Yeah,
here to the Pier 47.
That play, as far as trying to get to the outside, they got Titan Winkler hooked just a little bit, and sometimes that's all it takes, just one little hook, and you're able to get that edge, and it's just a matter of fill from there, and it takes a while for those center guys to be able to get through that line to get there.
3 featured backs we'll see all night long from Mitchell: Daly, Denny, and McCormick, who just picked up the first down, each one with 1 carry so far. Here's Denny with a stutter step. Oh, he looks good coming across that line of scrimmage. Finally brought down by Carson Stoser in the defensive backfield, but inside the 40 goes Parker Denny down to the 36, and they'll move the chains with that 11-yard gain.
And Mitchell having some success here sticking with the run, which on film, I mean, you've had him see a little bit more success with the pass, so good job for them of recognizing, something that they wanted to go to and sticking with it early.
Can't help but be impressed so far with this team, and, like we talked about, if you want to compare a Brookings team that we saw a year ago to this Mitchell team that we'll see tonight, both struggling to start, but Brookings had all those sophomores. Mitchell has more upperclassmen that may have been around the game a little bit longer. It's just varsity inexperience that hasn't quite been there just yet.
And Chance Sarda fills that one right there as the quarterback kept it and tried to cut that thing back inside. Chance right there with an open window and laid a nice tackle down.
Got a yard to the 35. I mentioned Mick Daly with a carry earlier. It was Chenoweth who kept it on an option keeper first play of the game. This is his 2nd carry of the night. 2nd down and 9 for the Kernels. Clock running at 7 and 10 to go here in quarter number 1. Governor scored on a 6-play, 74-yard drive to open tonight's festivities. 2:05 off the clock, and a Kaiser to Terwilliger. 5-yard touchdown puts them up 7-0. First throw of the game and miscommunication. Trey Lewis with a near pickoff off the top of his shoe tops. intended for McCormick, but nothing doing here. That's incomplete.
Definitely trying to hit McCormick there on that about 5-yard out, and kind of lucky he put that ball into the ground, because if he'd have kept that any higher, I think that would have been picked, and there wouldn't have been many black jerseys on the right side of the ball to be able to catch Trey Lewis on that one.
It looked a little fortunate for Mitchell as well. It almost looked like Chenoweth may not have had a good grip on that football. That might have been part of the miscommunication on that play. But 3rd and 9 now, probably a certain passing situation. Oh, it's a pitch out here. Out of that double wing, Mick Daly now looking for space, but the Governors will punch him back. Titan Winkler celebrating vehemently. Trey Lewis is there. You got Emmett Anderson, Chance Sarda, and a whole bunch of white shirts to push him back for a loss back to the 38. A loss of 3 on this one, and now Mitchell shifting personnel. It looks like they'll bring the punt team in, try to pin the Governors back in some negative field position here.
You know, and after giving up a first down and, you know, kind of a dominant little run series for the Mitchell Kernels, Pierre Governor defense digs in and says, nope, we got things fixed. We're just playing a little bit too aggressive, and now they get this 3 and punt.
Some early adjustments. Punting is Tristan Jealous. Got a high end-over-end kick here and a nice one. Governors have to be careful, and they lose the football, but it's out of bounds. That is Spencer Schonsberg down there blocking. And I believe Trey Lewis was hollering signals, probably saying get away from it, get away, but Schonsberg turned around. The ball bounced right there. He tried to get it. He did not fall on it. Mitchell had a chance, but then they pushed the ball out of bounds. Another big break for the Governors.
Yeah, not a good situation right there when you're blocking a guy and not really paying attention to the ball. And you heard Trey screaming from here, and Spencer Schonsberg had really no option, but that ball was going to bounce up and pretty much hit him, so he tried to jump on it, and kind of lucky enough he got a paw on it and batted it out of bounds.
So the Governors start in their own red zone at the 12-yard line. They've got protection. Kaiser looking to throw on first down. Clock running in his head. He's got to get rid of it. I think I saw a flag being thrown, but he throws out, rolling out against the grain, and hits George Stowley out across the 35-yard line. Nice sliding grab for Georgie boy, but it's at the 36-yard line, but a flag is thrown back at the 5-yard line. Coach, I want to go back to that punt play once again. Last year, as I recall in the T area game, it may have been Schonsberg who had a ball hit him in the back on a punt, and the Governors lost a possession with that. So Schonsberg just trying to do his job, but suddenly gets caught in a tough place. Jealous had a nice punt to set it all up in this case, though.
And Mitchell does have a nice punter, and, you know, those are going to be the situations when, you know, we had 2 big returns last week, one for a touchdown and another one to totally flip field position, is you're going to see him trying not to kick to our returners. So you guys on the edge have definitely got to be aware of where that ball's at. Just listen and communicate.
So negating what could have been a 24-yard pass completion to George Stowley, a holding penalty will mark the Governors back now to the 6-yard line, half the distance to the goal. First penalty on either team here in the game. Kaiser, who is in the shotgun, will stand on the goal line as he receives the snap from Zayden Rounds. He sends Ty and Buss in motion left to right. Now 2 receivers right. Buss sets up in the slot. Kaiser with a spread formation spins out of a tackle across the 10-yard line. Makes more progress up to about the 14. Finally brought down there. Hudson Borgen, the safety, coming up to finish him off, but a little more breathing room here on what was 1st and 16. Let's give him 8 to the 14-yard line.
That's how to get one back. Hey, we took a penalty and got backed up. We'll get this thing right back to almost the original sticks and see what we can do from here.
2nd down and 8, balls on the near hash mark. The sun's starting to set. Beautiful night for football, albeit a little bit warm if you're actually playing. Here's Zabel on a screen from the outside. Tries to pick up a block from Stowley. He gets to the edge and will turn it up close to a first down. I actually thought he might have been ahead of it, but he does run out of bounds a couple of yards behind the line to gain. He is across the 20 to about the 21. We'll give him actually right to the 20, a gain of 6. Kaiser to Zabel, his first reception of the night. Zabel coming into tonight now 30 catches shy of the all-time record in Governor receiving history. And the hard clap from Cade Kaiser gets a left defensive end to jump. And encroachment here on the Kernels going to help the Governor cause as they'll move it up 5 yards to the 25. First down, Governors. Something everybody probably knows at some point. But they still aren't quite prepared for it mentally when it actually happens. So first down with that penalty, first of the night for the Kernels. Clock will start up again at 5:16. Here in the opening quarter, Govs lead 7-0. Kaiser with Mosier with him in the backfield, takes the snap, hands it off inside. Mosier turns right side, look at him go. 40 to the 45, run out of bounds from there. Actually at the 41 is where they will mark it, but another stutter step and a quick surge for Brock Mosier, who's off and running here in Mitchell tonight.
Very nice initial hold there by the offensive line, and then a hard cut to the outside for Mosier. And, you know, those Mitchell defenders, the only thing they can do is use that sideline as an extra team player and an extra guy, so just forcing him out, because I don't know if they were going to catch him if they just straight tackle.
16 for Brock. It's 1st and 10 of the 41. Brock again, nothing but room out there. 50, 40 into Mitchell territory. Stiff arms, can't get rid of Nathan McCormick, but he is down at the 30-yard line into Kernel territory. Another big gain, this time about 29 yards for Brock Mosier.
And why not, right? We go right with him. Let's turn around and go left with him and see what happens. He's absolutely hitting the hole and looking very good so far tonight.
Well, not only that, he comes out here to the near side. He had so much running room. I mean, the blockers obviously getting the seal that they need to spear or to spur Brock Mosier to these big gains now. Got a whistle here. And a false start on the offensive line for the Governors. Governor Volleyball is on KGFX with no Stanley County football on tap for tonight. They're idle in a 3-0 start to the season, but the Governors hosting Sturgis. David Burrell just checking in with us. Already a 25-6 victory for the Governors in set number 1. That's at Riggs High Gym. So if you're watching volleyball at Riggs and listening to football here on River 92.7, thank you very much for joining us tonight. 1st and 15 over the middle, wide open is Terwilliger at the 10. He'll walk it in. Touchdown number 2 for Cooper Terwilliger from Cade Kaiser. Touchdown number 2 for the Pierre Governors, who lead 13-0. 35 yards to the house through the air.
You see Mitchell drop back there into a cover 4. All Cooper did was simply run in between those two safeties, and not one of them decided that they were going to turn around and run deep with him. So pretty much a wide open catch and a trout in the end zone.
So with Mitchell again, you know, we might use that word inexperience. I guess somebody's got to stick to their assignments. That just didn't happen there. Ryan Berry holds up her end of the bargain. She'll kick one through, and the Governors with 4:04 to go here in the first quarter now lead 14-0. They'll kick after this 1-minute timeout. It's a heat timeout, in fact, called by the officials as well. Timeouts in our broadcast brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. Good start for the Governors, up 14. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Even empty backfield out of the gun. Setting in the pocket. Firing for the end zone. Williams, touchdown! What a throw and what a catch! Even empty backfield.
The Fieldhouse in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us, broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Fieldhouse in Pierre.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
On, but it'll be a 5-play scoring drive covering 88 yards for the Governors. More good running by Brock Mosier, including a 16 and a 29-yard run. He's at 75 yards unofficially on 5 carries so far. But the final say with Cade Kaiser hooking up with Cooper Terwilliger for the second time tonight. And a 35-yard touchdown with Ryan Berry's PAT. 4:04 to go and 14-0 Governors here in the first quarter. Bria Sargent with a kickoff that was taken on a fair catch inside the 40-yard line at the 36. The Kernels will set up shop for their second possession from there. Some promising gains on the ground on their first possession. See if they can find some holes here on the second possession. Parker Denny comes up the middle, tries to sidestep and then go up again. Or is that McCormick? He's the one coming off the pile last. Denny was there too.
Yeah, I think that was McCormick. They ran a little bit of misdirection, tried to get you to squeeze and bite to the outside, and then hand that thing off up the middle. E.J. Bucci did a really good job on the defensive line of squeezing that thing down and allowing everybody else to have a nice tight fill.
I think this is something we see, Coach, correct me if I'm wrong, but an inexperienced offense, you get a couple of different looks, maybe 3 different looks, 3 different running backs, and you just defensively have to stick to your assignments and cover the gaps as Daly tries to take one on a sweep from the left side.
Yeah, very good job by Titan Winkler there to set the edge. Trey Lewis comes in and fills the hole, and I mean, you said it perfectly. With a new crew, you're not going to have a ton of formations by this time. And, you know, they're going to try and stay pretty simple and just run a few different things, but they're going to have a go and a counter and a few other things off of it. So, you know, we'll see what they settle into.
Mick Daly on the sweep gets a couple of feet. We'll give him a yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Winkler in there. Trey Lewis gets his name called as well. We're down to 2:45 left here. Quarter number 1. Govs on top, 14-0. In the pistol is Lucas Chenoweth. Little play action, rolls out to the right, tosses near side, and we've got a flag in the backfield as this pass out intended for Parker Denny across the 40-yard line would have been short of a first down, but a flag whistled or signaled to be against the Kernels. The Governors on 3rd and 9 when the play starts will likely decline and expect a punt.
Yeah, great job there also by Spencer Eastland following his receiver as he hits the out. You saw the full rollout, basically flag routes to the sideline. They had him layered up. Spencer just staying in his hip pocket, plays it with his upfield hand, and that's all coaching. I'll give Matt Thorson some credit on that because that's perfect technique from a DB.
Kernels picked up about 20 yards on their first possession. They only settle for 1 here and have to punt it away. Governors with 2 back deep. In Mosier and Lewis. Jealous, who had a good punt last time, will try again. Oh, this punt is partially blocked. It'll land at the line to gain and take a healthy Mitchell bounce into Governor territory. Could have been a lot better. Actually, Ty and Buss and Trey Lewis were the deep men back for the Govs. But the Kernels will down it at the Governor 40-yard line. Governors got in there, and somebody got a hand on that one. It bounded up end over end, but just took a great Mitchell bounce, turns into a 23-yard punt, but certainly could have been a lot worse if you're the Kernels.
And one of the electrifying teams, you know, on the special team, that punt return that we saw last week that we're hoping to get to see, and so far, no returns and nothing going on for them yet.
But they did block a punt. Over the top, here's Tyan Buss. He can't get it off the top of his fingertips. Just outstretched inside the 25-yard line. Kaiser showing the good arm straight up the middle of the field. Tyan Buss on the go route. He was hoping for his first Pierre Governor football touchdown.
I think we all held our breath on that one because I think we all want to see it too. Beautiful ball by Cade, but just a fingertip length overthrown.
Kaiser 3 of 5 so far, 46 yards, couple of touchdown hookups with Cooper Terwilliger, the freshman who has 3 on the season so far. 2nd and 10, Mosier in the backfield. Oh, this is Trey Lewis getting his first call out of there. He stops and goes, runs over a man at the 50, still on his feet, down to the 45-yard line of the Kernels. Where does he get that leverage in those thighs?
Must be his mother.
I suppose.
I will take no credit for any of that. That kid's he's a self-made man. He's a hard-working guy, always in the weight room. So if you want to try and go low, he's probably going to lower his shoulder and try and sit you down.
Trey's first carry of the night. Another 16-yard pickup for the Governors. Move those chains at 1st and 10 into Kernel territory. Govs lead with under 2 minutes to go in the first, 14-0. Snap, well received by Kaiser. He hands off on a spin. It's Lewis again. He's missed a couple of guys as far as tackles go, into another first down pickup inside the 34. The 35 to the 34. That's 11 more.
And with Brock having 75 yards with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, I guess if you're going to get your number called and a chance, those are the type of runs you better have. Otherwise, he's going to take that thing full time. And it's just a great contrasting style between the way that both of those guys run. And so to be able to have them on the same team, just a little bit of thunder and lightning.
Mm-hmm. Shotgun snap, rolling out left side. Kaiser on 1st and 10. Zabel has it inside the 30. He stops, tries to make a move inside the 25, but he'll be wrapped up by 3. Mitchell Kernels. Looks like 37, Kellen Odell, once again, one of the first to get there. And Nathan McCormick, who's played an active game on both sides of the football, also in on the stop. Zabel's got a first down, though, to the 24. 10 yards on back-to-back plays for the Governors. 1 on the ground, 1 through the air. Zabel's second catch of the night. 28 away from tying the all-time Governor record, if you are counting. Kernels are going to take a defensive timeout here with 1 minute to go, quarter number 1. Another timeout on the field brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling in our broadcast. Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre Govs on top. 14-0, 60 seconds. We're back with more Pierre Governor football.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kernels wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
It up the far sideline inside the 10, almost got to the goal line, but he just got tripped up inside the 5, down to the 3. That'll be a pass play with that shovel pitch, 21 yards, and the Governors in business again inside the 5, first down and goal at the 3.
If my memory serves me correct, that is not a formation that we have shown yet this year with an empty backfield and kind of a wide spread out, but yet tight set with a few guys on the line.
Now Mosier with a handoff from the 3, up the gut. The offensive line led the way. Every defender for Mitchell is in the end zone. Brock just walked right up to the goal line and scores from 3 yards out. Touchdown Governors, another 6-play scoring drive.
And you can do the math, but that has to about put him over 100 yards so far, and we are still in the first quarter.
Well, that previous play was a pass play. So 21 yards there. He had 75. He'd have 24 in the last 2 plays. We'll go 78 yards rushing, 21 through the air, 99 total. Not bad. Ryan Berry, PAT. Not bad. That's 3 for 3 for the soccer athlete. Ryan Berry puts the Governors up 21-0, 29 seconds to play toward the end of the first quarter. The Govs will kick in 30 seconds this time when we come back. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Friday night so far here in Mitchell. Sargent's kick takes one of the Mitchell return men to his own 26-yard line, churning and burning. A big fella, Tate Wins, 200-pound senior. Backup running back, but also one of the starting linebackers. That's a pretty good return. Mitchell's got decent field position here across the 40. They'll spot him at the 42. And the Kernels will try to get something going again. 20 seconds to play here, quarter number 1. Kernels were able to move the football. Right now, Coach Parker Denny seemed to be the guy who was able to find some yards. Wonder if they'll get more from him. They put him in motion. Fake it to him. It's Mick Daly trying to go on the sweep to the left side. He'll cross the 40, but he is going to be a yard short of the first of the line of scrimmage, we should say, and a loss of a yard back to the 41.
You're seeing a lot better movement, since that first initial series from our defensive line. A lot more push, moving lateral, and just kind of stonewalling their guys rather than a huge push, getting upfield and starting to make that crease. And so I think they've made that adjustment, and hopefully that's the reason for our success after that first drive.
It'll be 2nd and 11 from the 41 when we come back. We've reached the end of quarter number 1 on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard. Through 12 minutes, it's Pierre 21, Mitchell nothing. It's second quarter time when we come back in 60 seconds. This is Pierre Governor Football. Your official voice of the Governors is River 92.7, online at drgnews.com.
Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agent.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The Kernels with the football, and down marker says 3rd down. I believe it's only 2nd down, however, and 11. We'll switch directions. The Kernels in black on gold. We'll head from right to left. Actually, we've got 4 seconds run off the second quarter clock already. Did I miss something? I'm not
just
so sure.
Just one play.
So a quick hitch out here to the near side as Connor Singray will haul a quick pass in from Lucas Chenoweth. Did I miss a play?
Yep, just one. That initial first play. This actually should be 3rd down. I think your down marker again is wrong. Unless we both one play at the end of the quarter.
Yeah, I got that. With the loss of a yard.
They ran one play. A little pass play there, tried to hit their fullback, kind of sneak in, looked like he was going to block down, and then quick faded out, and weren't able to get him the ball. So there was the play.
Okay. I don't know. Going to have to get better at this job. It says 4th down. The scoreboard.
It says 4th as well.
Says 4th down. They're going for it from the 45. Chenoweth rolls out, and it's picked off by Lucas Chamberlain at the line of scrimmage. Chamberlain just coming across. So it doesn't matter what down it is. The Governors turn away the Kernels with a takeaway. Chamberlain, a linebacker, comes in and takes one away. He'll return it to the 41-yard line. That's where Mitchell started. And an INT puts the Governors, for the first time, in great field position. They'll start on the Mitchell side of the field.
Great job. You saw that thing kind of stringing out. A little bit of a rollout pass there from their quarterback, and Lucas Chamberlain just followed it down and happened to be in the right place at the right time. And as a linebacker, you're not going to get a ton of those, so when you do get the opportunity, pull it down, make the most of it, and see what can happen.
Empty backfield with Cade Kaiser. After a turnover, the Governors usually like to go up over the top. This time he's got Keenan Scott, one of the 3 tight ends. slash wide receiver in this case, inside the 35 down to the 33. Good gain on first down. They'll pick up 8. And Kaiser with just 2 incompletions in 8 tries so far. Scott catches his first pass of the night, his second of the season.
And some of those passes are going to get real easy. Again, Mitchell dropped into what it looked to be a cover 4 and did not cover really anything inside of 10 yards. They dropped all those guys. Linebackers stepped up, and it's going to be a pretty easy night for Cade Kaiser to pick guys apart if that's what they're going to fall into, just trying not to give up the big play.
Is that one of those cases where they just back off, wait for you to make your play, and then they'll come up and try to stick you a little bit? Here's Mosier in motion. He'll come back, another push and a shovel pass. He's got the first down, far side of the 30. Mitchell covers this one up much better. And Brock Mosier still gets to the 25, a pickup of 7. He'll get a first down, and we've got a Mitchell Kernels slow in getting up. And looks like, unfortunately, some pain being experienced. Casey Michelson, the peer trainer, who was closest to the play, comes out and checks in on this one. We're going to have an injury timeout. The Governors do pick up 8 to the 25, or it'll be a first down. But again, with a lot of squirming on this Mitchell player down on the ground, there is some concern with this one here.
Well, it did not look like a cramp how you would normally go down and just grab something. A lot of squirming, and let's just sit here and hope for the best for Seth Foote. He's a senior playing that defensive line. You'd hate to see anything bad happen to any of these guys.
We've got an injury timeout on the field. Let's step aside for 30 seconds. Another timeout in our broadcast that's sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. When we come back, we'll take a look at some scores that are going on in 11AA. So far, high-scoring game in that O'Gorman T game, by the way. That's back in 30 seconds. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Contact your local Farmers Union insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
I believe it's his right leg, right knee perhaps. He is walking and using both legs and feet, but it is a very slow process here. High-scoring game in Sioux Falls. O'Gorman out of AAA leading T area. This is at halftime, 35-24. They've just started the second half. Watertown leads in Watertown over the Yankton Bucks early, still in the first quarter, late first, 14-0. Huron leading in Brookings, 14-6, the home opener for the Bobcats. First down now for the Governors at the 25-yard line. Mosier slips a tackle. It's Lewis again. 15-10, 5. He slips another one at the 5, and he walks in for 6. Touchdown, Trey Lewis. So we've got a flag, however, back at the 20-yard line, and another Mitchell Kernel down. Lewis took the handoff on the sweep to the near side, and just like we've seen him on his first 2 carries of the game, just slippery. Slips tackles, and right now technique is something that these inexperienced Mitchell players will have to work on. It's a face mask penalty of a 5-yard variety for the Kernels, so the touchdown will stand. That one from 25 yards out. Trey Lewis scores the touchdown, his first rushing touchdown of the season. Had that punt return from 67 yards against Brookings last week in the home opener. And the Governors score their 4th touchdown of the night. This one coming with 9:50 left in the second. 25-yard run. Trey with 51 yards on 3 tries. Kaiser will hold. Zayden Rounds will snap. Ryan Berry will kick for the PAT. It's up, and it is good. First one to the west end zone. 4 out of 4 for Ryan Berry, and the Governors up their lead. 28-0 early still here in the second quarter. Let's pause for 30 seconds. We're back with more Pierre Governor Football.
You can now book your flights from Pierre Regional Airport to Minneapolis.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
All up. Sargent will pick her spot. Got a good kick here to the angle, and Mitchell's going to take a fair catch. Kellen Odell inside the 25-yard line. Mitchell will start with their poorest field position in 4 possessions. Now this one will have them at about the 24-yard line.
And good job to see Bria come back and hit a pretty good kickoff there. She had the last couple that were just, she's trying to place them in different spots. And so when you do that, maybe you take a little bit of leg off it just to put it exactly where you want it. She laid a pretty good boot on that thing. And, after playing 90 minutes of soccer yesterday and knowing she's got 90 more tomorrow, good for her to go out and just give it the rip.
Yeah, Governors soccer team were swept by Harrisburg at the PILC Fields yesterday. They'll be at Brandon Valley tomorrow afternoon. Reverse to Parker Denny with the best running room of the night for the Kernels into Pierre territory. 50 to the 40, brought down at the 35-yard line. I mentioned it earlier, Coach. See if they get the ball into Parker Denny's hands. They used a little bit of razzle-dazzle. Handoff to Mick Daly. He pitches to Parker Denny, who goes a long way to the Governor 35-yard line. Nicely done for the Kernels.
And as aggressive as the Pierre defense was getting, that's kind of one that you got to go to be able to keep them honest and things like that. So that's a fantastic play call. Number 1, getting it in the guy that you wanted to see's hands, and then number 2, going a little bit of misdirection and keeping them honest.
That's a 41-yard gain. The Governors giving up here, probably their longest play of the season. Now Denny on the pitch. It's an option, but the Governors are all over him this time, well back behind the line of scrimmage. He might lose 4 or 5. Didn't quite see who exactly makes the hit, but there are guys like Emmett Anderson coming. Emmett's over here. Titan Winkler.
Yep, Trey got him to step back in, and I'm not sure if Titan Winkler or Sarda was able to finish him off and get that tackle.
So after a 41-yard pickup for Parker Denny, he loses 4. This time still has 54 yards on 4 carries so far. Ball will be on the far hash mark, 2nd and 14. 8.5 minutes to go. We're in the second quarter. The Govs on top, 28-0. Lucas Chenoweth in the pistol. Man's in motion. That's Denny. He fakes the take on that. Now a screen pass, and it's dumped off to Mick Daly. 30-yard line, looking for the 25, and a first down.
That back slipping out of there is the backside outside linebacker's responsibility. So Trevor Rounds kind of just a little late on his assignment getting there, and we're lucky we had some good pursuit there from Lucas Chamberlain.
14-yard line, or 14 yards. That's what they needed. It was 2nd and 14. They've moved the chains without a measurement. Didn't need it. 1st and 10. And the Kernels on the move to the Governor 25-yard line. Almost 2.5 games so far this year. No Governor opponent has really made it this far, I don't believe.
Aberdeen Central was pretty close to here, but about the time they got this close, Stoscher's pick in the end zone all the way returned back down to the opposite 35.
Good memory. To the 21, 4 yards goes Nathan McCormick. His 3rd carry. This is a drive where Mitchell definitely, obviously he wants something positive. They would certainly love to score here, but I think another thing too, they'd love to chew some clock, keep the ball out of the hands of that high-powered Governor offense that's shown good things and nothing but tonight. McCormick in motion. Chenoweth the throw. He'll dump it off to McCormick. Tries to make a spin move. Cannot get away from the tackle of Titan Winkler. The Governors hit him to finish him off. The ball comes loose, but the play is blown dead. There was a whistle well ahead of that, and this play will be blown down at the 23-yard line.
Yep, they blew his forward progress, and the ball came out right away after it. Definitely wasn't down, but when they blow that thing for forward progress, that is the play stopping immediately.
Loss of 2 on this play, so 3rd and 8 coming up as we approach the 6:30 mark. Here in the second quarter, 28-0 Pierre. Ball on the near hash mark for the Kernels in black with gold pants. Daly goes in motion. Chenoweth rolls that way. Head time, but here comes Emmett Anderson, and is hit as he throws. And we've got a beanbag out there. One official may, nope, is that a mouthpiece? It is an incomplete pass. The ball did go forward. Anderson just a split second too late in jarring that ball loose. And the Kernels will have it 4th down with 8 to go. I imagine they go for it here from the Pierre 23-yard line.
Absolutely. If they went for it at midfield a little bit ago on the last possession, they're probably going to go for it. And, thank goodness Emmett Anderson got there, because there were probably 2 guys, if that quarterback was able to set his feet, that had a possibility of catching that ball.
Good show of the speed that Emmett has coming off of that right defensive end spot. Broke through and had nothing but daylight to the quarterback. Chenoweth wants to throw. He's got flushed out, though, and there is Chance Sarda for a sack of the quarterback back to the 27-yard line. The Governors will take over on downs with a tackle for a loss of 4.
Nice blitz there from Coach Thorson, bringing a guy right up the middle. And, sometimes when you're not so exactly sure on coverage, I always, went with the philosophy, pressure beats coverage any day. So bring a guy with pressure up the middle and just give your guys, that much less that they got to cover.
Pierre ball at the 27. We'll take a heat timeout, though, here for the players, and 60 seconds for our benefit as well. Timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling. Grab a Coke. Be back in a minute. Pierre on top, 28-0 here on River 92.7.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to...
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Conference title and capturing your 2nd consecutive state Class A wrestling championship. Head coach Ryan Noyes and the ESP and 2-time state champion Pierre Governor wrestling team, one of Pierre's finest. This Governor Sports Moment has been brought to you by Fisher Rounds and Associates of Pierre.
Well, we're back in Mitchell, and a great pass coming out on 1st down from the 28-yard line. Kaiser and Zabel hooking up for a big pass play up the near sideline. Zabel pushed out of bounds finally at the Mitchell 36-yard line. And Kaiser ready to go again. Looking left, plenty of time. Now flushed out to the near side. Throws on the run. Flag down in the backfield. Flag thrown in pass coverage as Cooper Terwilliger tries to break free from Connor Singray. We'll have a couple of penalties here. 2 flags thrown back here in the backfield. I'm going to guess maybe a hold on the Governors, but we might have pass interference. Well, I think 2 flags might have been thrown in the backfield for the same infraction. They picked one up, and then we've got another one downfield where receiver and defender were jockeying for position. Holding Governors, holding defense. So offset those penalties, and it'll still be 1st down. From the 36-yard line, 5:52 to play here in quarter number 2. Governor football brought to you in part by your Pierre Sports marketing partners. They include all-around graphics, American Bank and Trust, Comtech and Floss Dentistry, as well as Guadalajara Mexican Restaurant, First Dakota National Bank, Anderson Rumsa Dental, and Kathy Sonnenschein Properties in Pierre. Kaiser floating over the top, looking for Terwilliger again. And we've got a flag thrown this time, but Terwilliger catches it anyway. Falls backwards into the end zone. Another touchdown for Cooper Terwilliger.
And I think you're going to get a defensive pass interference out of that one as well. He did a good job trying to clear that guy's hands, but he had a lot of jersey on the way up.
Touchdown will count. It's pass interference. So from 36 yards out, Kaiser to Terwilliger for the third time. They'll enforce the penalty on the ensuing kickoff. But what a night Kaiser and Terwilliger are having.
I think they definitely saw something in film over the weekend that they wanted to get out and expose. And, you know, they're 3 for 3, not just on catches there, but for touchdowns.
Barry with another PAT. Ryan, 5 out of 5. It's 35-0 with 5:44 to go here in the second quarter. Let's pause for 30 seconds, and we're back with another Governor Kick. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Lockup money. It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Welcome back to the Owyhee Federal Credit Union Press Box. Owyhee Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
The yardage on the kickoff, and now Brianna Sargent has a chance to punch one as much as she can, maybe get one deep toward the goal line here. On the kick, this is an end-over-end, a little bit of a short kick taken at the 10-yard line by one of the deep men. Flag thrown out on the far side. And the progress up near the 20-yard line. Like Lincoln Schoenhardt and Seth Shoup, among others. Seth Shoup getting in on the stop. But a flag thrown at the 24-yard line is holding on Mitchell, so the Governors will back him back up again.
10-yard penalty from the spot. First down, Mitchell.
The end of the run is the 25. But from the spot, actually, which was, I think, the 24, they'll mark him back to the 14. So another penalty here, the third marked off against the Kernels tonight. 5:36 to play, second quarter, all Governors, as expected. Here 2-0. Mitchell 0-2, still looking for something positive here, and an inside handoff sees the Governors swarm the ball carrier.
You're seeing the same formation here from Mitchell kind of over and over. They're running, you know, twins one side, single receiver the other with their fullback up as a sniffer with a single back set, and you know, they're doing some motion out of it to try and get you to guess what they're doing, but it's, as we talked earlier in the first quarter, just it's pretty simplistic, and there's not a ton of variations that you can do out of those formations.
We said a lot of the same things about the Brookings Bobcats last week too, and again, a lot of similarities between these two teams. A yard for Parker Denny on that last carry. Chenoweth will stay in the pistol. He'll send two wide to the right, one to the left. A little bit more of a spread formation, but again, there's Austin Longdo blowing up this play. The nose tackle. Didn't see who had that one. May have been Nathan McCormick. Or did they say Denny again? It's back to the 14 where this sequence began. The loss of a yard again.
I think you're starting to see that offensive line just not as fast and crisp off the ball as they were earlier, and the defensive line for Pierre just gets hungrier and hungrier. It's like every chance that they have a little bit of success, they get that taste and just want more.
Governors have swept Sturgis in volleyball at Riggs High Gym, 25-6, 25-9, 25-9. They're sweeping the Kernels in this sequence as Elijah Bucci comes in and swarms the quarterback himself, takes him down for a sack back inside the 5. They'll spot him at the 3-yard line. A loss of 11 on the play, the second sack of Lucas Chenoweth by the Governor defense.
Very nice job in pursuit by Elijah Bucci, being able to come all the way across the formation from that defensive left-hand side and get that quarterback on the right side.
A lot of speed in that play again. Now Jealous kicking out of his own end zone. Faced a rush. He gets a good kick. Lewis will muff it at the 35, picks it up at the 37. Goes far side. Still making progress to the 30, but then run down. And a nice pursuit play here by Kellen Odell, who has played well a number of plays tonight. Inside the 30, though, goes Lewis, and the Governors will have it at about the 27-yard line.
You field that cleanly, you've probably got a little bit more time to be able to do something with that, but not a good field right away. And then you, from there, got to pick it up, ball security, and get as much positive yards as you can.
The spot is the 26 of the Kernels, 1st and 10. The Governors with plenty of time to try to get one more score on the board here. 3:22 left. We're in the second quarter. Govs led 21-0 at the end of one, now 35-0. And in good shape to look for more. 3 wides will go to the right side. Tight end Zabel to the left on the wing. Kaiser will run in that direction, short side of the field. Sidesteps a would-be tackler to the 20-yard line. And then pushed back from the 18. And a good gain on first down here as the Governors in 2nd and short. We'll call it 2 to go. Cade Kaiser's 3rd carry. First one of the night was a big one. It went for 39 yards. He's had a couple of 8-yarders since. In the red zone go the Govs. Under 3 minutes to play. Shotgun snap. 3rd and 2. Open in the middle of the field is George Stolle as he catches it at the 8. Tripped up. He'll fall forward to the 5. First down Governors. Nice open field tackle there. But again, Coach Stolle wide open in the middle of the field. So Mitchell is waiting for them to catch the ball and then come up and try to make a play. The defender did just that this time, though. He made a play.
And they're just absolutely running cover 4 beating routes. You're going to run about 4 guys deep, make those guys cut somebody underneath, and there's just nobody there unless a linebacker drops back to be able to cover him. And so Steve Steele, did his film work and was making rain here.
13 for Stolle to the 5. Next play is a 5-yard touchdown run for Brock Mosier, his 2nd of the game. The Governors lead 41-0 with 2:29 to play in the first half. Just another one of those nights. Obviously, the experience and the ability is weighing heavily on the Governor's side, but they're showing their worth in opening up holes and just blocking, whether it's run blocking or pass blocking. The Governors are doing the job offensively as Barry's kick may have been blocked here. This one will fall short. And that is a run of 12, 13 kicks in a row that Ryan Barry had made that'll come to an end. The Govs will settle for 6. It's 41-0. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half, 30 seconds, and we're back with more Pierre Governor football on River 92.7 and DRGnews.com.
At Black Hills Federal Credit Union, we're in the business of improving lives. That means ditching the fee
moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
We all want to be happy.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
It does. It is definitely wafting straight up here upstairs right to us.
Sargent from the middle of the field, going to kick it up the middle of the field, short, on a hop, taken. This is McCormick from the 31-yard line, going out to the outside, far side, makes a move to the 40, and run out of bounds at about the 43, but there's another flag on the field. This one might be a block in the back to help him turn up the field. Flags resting at the 36-yard line, and that's exactly what it was. Hudson Borgen with the block in the back. 10-yard penalty for the Kernels, and they'll start at the 26-yard line or somewhere thereabouts. 41-0 Governors, 2:20 to go. Governors go to Yankton for a big game at Crane Youngworth Field next Friday night. Mitchell, meanwhile, will have a Saturday afternoon date up at Aberdeen.
And Yankton, one of my probably most favorite and yet at the exact same time least favorite places to go coach a football game in history, because there's just not a whole lot of times that they lose down there at home in their stadium.
They tried that reverse again that got him 41 yards a while ago. This time it's Denny handing off on the reverse to Mick Daly. They'll lose a yard though, so really good recognition here by the Governors. They've seen it once, and you use that adage of fool me once, etc., but the Governors make a good adjustment here, and they drop Daly for a loss of 2.
And you heard Coach Steele talk about in interviews this week about how this defense just wants to keep getting better, and they're going to make those aggressive mistakes, and as long as you can come back and learn from it and do exactly what they just did there, that's how you get better. You don't just get better week to week, you get better in game and play to play.
On the ground, back to the 25. Kernels probably content to try to chew as much clock as they can here to close out the first half. Nathan McCormick for a yard. It'll be second to make it 3rd down and 11. Coming up at halftime, which is sponsored by Wealth Partners, Ameriprise Financial on East Sioux Avenue in Pierre in the Capitol Creek Center. We'll have a full recap of the scoring plays and the drives for the Governors, the stats. Of course, we'll look at sports scores tonight, both football and volleyball. Take a look at upcoming action if given some time as well. Now Chenoweth comes up under center, wants to sneak it ahead, and he might have got a yard. Mitchell trying to catch the Governors off guard just a bit. Did get a surge of a few up ahead of the 30, maybe the 32. 33 is where they'll put it.
They definitely tried to catch the Pierre defense sleeping a little bit there, and as soon as that thing was snapped, Chance Sarda and Lucas Chamberlain were off to the races up the middle to be able to stop that QB sneak.
I'm 5 yards ahead of myself. It's back at the 28-yard line, now 4th down, and the Kernels are going to chew as much time as they can, probably call a timeout before they punt this one away.
You're correct. They're running the clock here, and I'm really surprised that we haven't seen Chenoweth's arm just a little bit more, as he does have a really good arm, and we've seen it on film a little bit, so they've been pretty apt to stick with the run game, and I think a lot of that is probably clock management.
Timeout called by Pat Larson, the second charge to the Kernels. 7 seconds left. Let's sneak in a quick 30-second break. A Coca-Cola timeout with the Governors on top 41-0 here in Mitchell and River 92.7.
But sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
40 or 41-yard line. Shifting, looking for running room. The 7 seconds at the end of the half have ticked away. And that is how our first half will come to an end. Good effort by Ty and Bus, but good coverage by the Kernels on a good punt by Tristan Jellis. We'll get scores coming up at halftime, but the score right here is on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, and it's all Pierre Governors. Both sides of the football, the Governors lead 41-0 over the Mitchell Kernels, a scoreboard from Gales Gas Service in Pierre. Let's pause for 3 minutes. We hit halftime, and we're coming back with more Pierre Governor football. Your Wealth Partners Ameriprise Financial halftime break begins in 3 minutes. Governor football, your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
At Northern State University, your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
For over 70 years, Pitt's Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitt's Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Synergy Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong. Because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth-generation family-owned and operated.
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore, they've been building partnerships for life by treating customers right, offering a low-pressure sales process, no haggling over price, passing low overhead savings on, and providing a Ford-certified service department fixing it right the very first time. If you're looking for a new Ford, a quality pre-owned vehicle, a new or used ATV, or a trailer, stop by Jan Bussey Ford and Highmore and experience the difference.
Jan Bussey Ford, building partnerships for life.
When you're in the need for high-quality replacement auto parts, look no further than Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop in Pierre. Zander's has been servicing the Pierre area for over 40 years. Their professional parts techs can get you the part you need and get you back on the road. Stop by Zander Auto Parts and Machine Shop at 500 West Sioux in Pierre or call 224-9221. Zander's, your source for domestic and foreign auto parts and accessories.
Stay in a beautiful Black Hills vacation home, the Summit on Dancing Sky near Leeds, South Dakota, in the popular Powder House Pass development. It's a modern rustic design with over 5,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, and 5 baths for you to enjoy. You'll get gorgeous views of the Terry Peak Mountain Range. There's a community pool to enjoy, and you're close to all the attractions like Deadwood, Sturgis, Spearfish, and a whole lot more. The Summit on Dancing Sky. Visit them at DancingSky.com.
Every farm is unique, but all farmers have something in common: the desire to maximize their land and improve it for the next generation. You need a cooperative that offers peace of mind. AgTegra Cooperative is an ag partner that shares your values and is part of your community. From agronomy and grain operations to energy and feed, AgTegra will link your farm to the future. AgTegra Cooperative. Strong, stable, dependable.
Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota is serving the central South Dakota community and beyond with a great selection of used vehicles. Local trades and program vehicles are available. New Toyotas and new Fords are arriving and selling before they even hit the lot. So don't wait. Stop in and find out what's coming. If you've been thinking about ordering a new Ford, stop in and sit down with one of our sales specialists today. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Call 605-224-7378 and visit CapitalCityFordToyota.com.
At Ringneck Energy, their mission is to produce renewable energy that adds value to grain and livestock production, enhances the income of their investor partners, and provide a safe, rewarding work environment. Located at 901 Redwood Avenue in Oneida, South Dakota. Call 605-945-6900 or check ringneckenergy.com. A proud supporter of local schools and wishes all students the best of luck in all their activities during the school year, creating economic opportunities in our community.
When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank, providing great service right from the start. It's our promise to you that sets us apart. With every handshake and a smile, we go that extra mile. When you expect more, you expect more. When you expect more, Dakota Prairie Bank.
Dimmick Cheese has been making handmade artisan cheese for over 90 years and has over 25 flavors of cheese. Stop by the store for sampling of all the cheeses. The store also offers several South Dakota-made products. And at the store, find Remedy Brewing on tap. Dimmick Cheese offers gift boxes and fundraisers are available. To find out more, go to the website, dimmickdairy.com or call 605-928-3833. And don't forget to check your local grocery store for their premium cheeses and cheese spreads. Dimmick Cheese.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. What if the point of banking wasn't to bank at all, but to put your ideas to work? What if your bank asked, what if, a little more? Well, what if we told you we do? We're American Bank and Trust, where what if meets why not? If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. What if you made the move today?
The sun is up and you're ready to put in a good day's work. Then this happens. Easy now. You're in luck because this week, Grossenberg Implement is offering an 8% discount on all battery chargers. Nothing gets done with your equipment just sitting around. 8% discount on all battery chargers this week at Grossenberg Implement. See any of their parts staff today at any of the 9 Grossenberg Implement locations.
Titan Machinery is your go-to Case IH agricultural equipment dealer. Your Highmore, Miller, and Pierre locations have a large selection of new and used ag equipment with access to one of the largest parts and whole goods inventories in the country. Titan Machinery prides itself in providing quality Case IH parts, service, and support to Highmore, Miller, Pierre, and the surrounding communities. Stop by Titan Machinery of Highmore, Miller, and Pierre today. Power and precision to grow.
Even empty backfield out of the gun. Setting in the pocket. Firing for the end zone. Williams, touchdown! What a throw and what a catch! Even empty back.
The Field House in Pierre is your premier spot to watch all the sports, from your local Govs and Lady Govs, as well as Buffs and Lady Buffs, all the way up to your favorite big league teams. Kick back and relax with a pizza, nachos, burgers, or one of our air-fried appetizers. Wash down the food with your pick from our array of premium beverages. Between the action, be sure to check out the unique and plentiful memorabilia throughout the building. We can't wait for you to come in and watch the games with us broadcast on liveticket.tv. The Field House in Pierre.
The Corner Station Convenience Store and the Crossing Pub are both conveniently located on Pleasant Drive in Pierre, South Dakota. At the Corner Station, grab your favorite hot and cold beverages and snacks while filling your vehicle up with Cenex brand gasoline. The Corner Station also features a super tunnel car wash to keep your vehicle sparkling clean. At the Crossing, grab a cold beverage and check out their selection of appetizers while watching the Stanley County Buffaloes and Pierre Governors live on their big screen televisions. Best of luck to all area students from the Corner Station and the Crossing.
DRG Media Group Sports is the official voice of the Pierre Governors.
Kernels wants to run again, and he's got room. 40, 30, foot race to the 10, 5, and a touchdown. Pierre will come back and set up Avery Kaiser on the outside left through the block, and that's down.
The official voice of the Pierre Governors, River 92.7, and also at the River 92.7 page of the DRG News app, brought to you by Golden Buffalo and DRGnews.com.
Riverview RV Park overlooks Lake Sharp on the Missouri River. They have all the amenities from full hookups, laundry, showers, dog park, play area, and free Wi-Fi. There's no need to drive across the country. When here in central South Dakota, you can find some of the best fishing and the most spectacular sunrises and sunsets. Call us today at 605-280-6266 or reserve your next camping spot online at briggsrvpark.com. Make Riverview RV Park your home away from home experience.
John Hoffman Electric is your neighborhood electrical service contractor, and so much more. No job is too big or too small for our team of professionals. We pride ourselves on keeping up with new technologies, such as Aerial, an augmented reality visual tool used to customize and experience a finished space before breaking ground. So whether you're building new or renovating a home, farm, or commercial space, let John Hoffman Electric light the way. John Hoffman is a proud sponsor of all local activities broadcast on Live Ticket TV.
Briggs Trucking and Construction in Fort Pierre provides quality freight transportation services, cargo hauling, excavation, and demolition services. They also specialize in dirt and gravel work for everything from commercial work to new construction. Briggs Trucking and Construction will haul everything from light poles to farm and agricultural supplies. The bigger the job or the bigger the load, the better, as that is where their expertise really shines. Contact Briggs Trucking and Construction at 605-280-2848 or email them at cbriggs25@pi.midco.net to visit about your next project.
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
Wow, Bill, you're walking so much better. What did you do?
Well, I got so tired of the pain and nearly fell. And one of my friends recommended physical therapy at Winter Physical Therapy. And you know what? My back also stopped hurting.
Huh. So how did you get started?
My doctor wrote me a referral, but that's not always needed. Turns out you always have a choice where you want to go.
So why did you choose Winter Physical Therapy?
I love to support our locally owned small businesses, and quite frankly, they give great personalized care.
Winter Physical Therapy. Exceptional care.
For over 130 years, Bank West has earned long-term customer relationships by continually adapting to current customer needs while never losing touch with its South Dakota roots. With all our branches and our corporate offices firmly rooted in South Dakota, you can count on Bank West for solutions and service backed by hometown values. We've been there and we'll be there. Bank West. Convenient, connected, committed. Learn more at bankwest-sd.bank. Member FDIC.
At Wilbur Ellis, our forward-thinking approach to crop protection, nutrition, and seed development combines years of service and expertise to the latest technology wherever you are, whatever your needs. We offer seed sales, providing Integra, DeKalb, and NK seed, fertilizer and chemical application, which includes ground and air spray, and more. Much more. We're proud to sponsor all area sports and activities, with locations in Miller, Highmore, and Blunt. Wilbur Ellis.
With our new online loan application, you can go to our website and apply for a loan when it's most convenient for you. We make getting loan approval fast and easy. Our local lenders are available to assist you if you have any questions. We make it pain-free to get that loan you've been wanting. We're an equal housing lender. Oahe Federal Credit Union, your hometown credit union since 1955. Federally insured by NCUA.
What if we said a bank isn't a place to lock up money? It's a place to set it free. If you're ready to change what you get out of banking, start a relationship with us. American Bank and Trust.
One way American Bank and Trust enjoys giving back to the Pierre community is through our Spirit Card program. These cards are a great way to give back to our schools and show hometown pride. Call or stop in today to get your own Spirit Card. Go Governors!
Your first car. It might not have been perfect, but that didn't matter. You loved it because you worked hard for it. You took care of it, and it took care of you, your friends, and maybe that someone special. And through it all, we were there working with you, for you, to make sure it was a smooth ride. Farmers Union Insurance. More choices, great rates, local agents. Contact your local Farmers Union Insurance agent today.
That moment when you realize your furnace is stone cold busted. We're talking a real put on every sweater you own, I can't feel my feet, penguin predicament. But fear not, there's an expert for that.
Let your local heating experts at Pites Service Experts keep you warm with $50 off any furnace repair.
Like it toasty? There's an expert for that.
Call Pites Service Experts at 866-EXPERTS. See website for license details.
The Best Western Ramkota Hotel in Rapid City supports all South Dakota student athletes and their families. They are conveniently located off Interstate 90, close to downtown and minutes from the beautiful Black Hills. The Ramkota offers sports and family-friendly rates. Guests can relax for free in the indoor water park. They have 36,000 square feet of banquet and meeting space, and the award-winning Minerva's Restaurant and Bar is located on site. Best Western Ramkota welcomes everyone to beautiful Rapid City, South Dakota.
We all want to be happy, but sometimes that doesn't feel possible. But if you have hope, you have everything. Rising Hope Counseling provides high-quality mental health services with locations across South Dakota. Additionally, by providing telehealth, we ensure South Dakota's rural residents have access to high-quality mental health services. Our team lives and works in your communities, and we understand the unique challenges we face. Schedule an appointment by phone or online today. Rising Hope Counseling, offering hope, healing, and change.
Now's your chance for a great deal on smoking fast fiber internet from Venture Communications. Upgrade to the speed you need, up to 1 gig. And with whole home Wi-Fi included as part of your service, experience no-lag gaming, your favorite music, web surfing, HD video streaming, and connect to the latest smart devices. If you're ready for an upgrade, call or visit Venture Communications online.
At Northern State University.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And Huron as well. Soccer at Brandon Valley tomorrow. Then they're back home against Brookings on Thursday for games at 4 and 6. David Burrow will have the call of those on River 92.7 next Thursday. They'll come here to Mitchell to Joe Quinnell Field next Saturday as well. And don't forget Vikings football. The season starts up this weekend after a Steve Steele Detroit Lions squad knocking off the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs 21-20 last night. Vikings season will start as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers from U.S. Bank Stadium. Tune in for the Vikings on our country sister stations, KPLO 94.5 FM and KMLO 100.7 FM. Second half is underway. The opening kick by Bria Sargent actually placed a little too wide. It'll go out of bounds on a couple of hops. Mitchell will have it 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Here we go in the second half. Coach, I think so far we'll look out there. As expected, you still see the starters, but like we saw last week, I imagine second and third stringers may still get an opportunity in this one.
Yeah, you're going to see them start to rotate here probably after a series, and ultimately just kind of going to see what Mitchell's going to do here. If they decide they're going to secede and sub first, that's kind of when you start to bring your guys out. But if they're going to keep their starters out, you also don't want to put your JV in an inopportune situation.
Right off the bat on 1st and 10, Lucas Chenoweth fakes a pitch. He goes on misdirection on a spin back to Parker Denny. He tries to come up the middle of the field, but Chance Sarda is right there to make sure he goes nowhere. He gets to the line of scrimmage at best. It's 2nd down and 10, and again the clock running continually here in the second half of the Governors leading by more than 35 points. Punch it up in the double wing. Daly is in motion. They'll pitch back to Nathan McCormick trying to follow the lead blocker, but the Governors get through again. Titan Winkler finishes him off. Trey Lewis with first contact back inside the 35, a loss of 3. They'll mark it at the 32. And again, the Governor defense, I think a lot of people expect the Governor defense to be good, if not great this season, but maybe the reason for that is it a little under the radar. It's the team speed. Last year the Govs were susceptible to big plays. Maybe he didn't have as much team speed, but we're not seeing that now. You just can't get anywhere because the speed of the defense is running you down.
A lot of speed and a lot of returners, so you're working with a high IQ of guys who've they've been there, they've done this. How many of these guys got solid playing time last year? And, you can't fault Steve Steele for taking the guys that he did on offense last year, but it kind of left these guys to be able to, fill in and get a lot of time on defense. Now, ultimately, they're the core of it. So when you get multiple years and just doing the same things you've always done, it makes teaching a defensive scheme that much easier.
Little slant pass on 3rd and long and goes through the hands of Mick Daly. It's incomplete. Now 4th and 13, and Tristan Jellis will punt for the 5th time tonight. Governors do not bring a rush. Good punt. I'll tell you what, let this kid kick all night long. Muff of the punt by Tyan Buss, I believe, and he falls on it. Actually, that was Lewis.
So that's 2 for the night. You might have to have a talk when he gets home.
Going to hold him without his cell phone for the rest of the weekend, perhaps. But 3 and out. Lewis does fall on it. It's Governor football as the clock is at 9:03 as we check on it. Again, even for changes of possession, no stoppage of the clock. The Governors have it at their own 36-yard line. 41-0, early second half. Governors on top. Cade Kaiser in at quarterback. Brock Mosier with an inside handoff near side. Flag thrown. Mosier turns up the 40 to the 45. Would have a first down if this isn't a holding penalty. Somebody trying to seal the edge. And even for penalties, the clock will not stop. And this is a hold against the Governors. 62, the guilty party. That's Ty Michael. Again, he plays in place of Matthew Coverdale. Coach, you saw Matthew Coverdale coming in, and I see him out there across the way. No crutches tonight.
Good sight to see for Governor football fans. We kind of just hoping he wouldn't be on crutches for long. Seeing him in a knee brace and having, just be able to put some weight and bear some weight on that thing is a definite positive sign moving forward for him.
Governors are marked 8 yards back, so I'm going to give Brock Mosier 2 yards, but a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Makes it 2nd and 18. Kaiser with the pitch. Out to Mosier. A lot of running room. 35 to 40. 50. He's got 3 Kernels staring him down. He'll meet up with one of them who gets him to the turf, but not until he reaches the Mitchell 40-yard line, maybe the 39, falling forward. And Brock Mosier running in space for the umpteenth time tonight, it seems.
And if you're going to get one guy in space, I would choose him or George Steele. And those two are so shifty and so fast, they can make a lot out of not much.
Unofficially 33 yards for Brock on this one. That'll put him over the century mark on the ground. 1:18. We've got a timeout called. That's one thing that will stop the clock in the continually running mercy rule situation. Govs lead 41-0. This is a Coca-Cola break in the action. Let's pause for 30 seconds. We're back with more Pierre Governor football on River 92.7 and drgnews.com.
Your future starts with an affordable education that's personalized for you. Experience hands-on learning guided by world-class supportive faculty. You'll also enjoy a full campus life with opportunities to choose from numerous student activities and events, all in a safe, welcoming community. At Northern, you'll find a college that's right for you, a place to belong. Your future starts here. Unleash your potential at Northern.
For over 70 years, Pitts does.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
At it, as Kaiser will take the handoff, fake the pitch actually. It takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Here we go. 35 slipping, 1 tackle, 2, 3 to the 25. Near sideline, can't keep his balance. He's out of bounds at the 23. Another good run for the Governors. This one a double-digit pickup for the quarterback, Cade Kaiser. That T-area game at O'Gorman is over now, 41-30. The final, the Titans will suffer their first loss of the season. Governors, meanwhile, have it 16 yards to the good for Cade Kaiser. And it's 1st and 10 at the Mitchell 23-yard line. 6:39, clock runs, no play stoppage because of a first down. Here's a quick hitch out to George Steele. He slips a tackle, 15 toward the 10. Pushed out of bounds from there. And Steele got an opportunity to do some running in open space, although a little bit more traffic than what we've seen with Brock Mosier on a running play a short time ago. To the 10, they get 13.
And Steve Steele, I think, must have us in his earpiece because, we called for Brock Mosier and a guy we want in space, and then all of a sudden we mentioned George Steele, and there he goes.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line might be the final possession for the Governors starters, who are 6 for 6 offensively tonight in reaching the end zone. 2 wideouts to the left. Tight end is there too. Here's Zabel. Watch him go. 10. Met up at the 5. Stiff arm to the goal line. Pylon. Touchdown. Jet Zabel's 4th catch of the night. His first trip to the end zone. He finds pay dirt. 10-yard score. Jet Zabel's. How many touchdowns is that this year? That's I should keep my stat sheets and the stats in hand, but that's about 4 or 5 at least for Jet. He had 3 on opening night in Aberdeen. 47-0. Ryan Berry, 5 out of 6 in PATs. Had 1 blocked on her last attempt. We'll try another one here to the east goalpost. This one a good kick. That's up and good by plenty for Ryan Berry. 48-0. Governors with 5:47 to play. We're in the 3rd quarter. We pause for 30 seconds. They'll kick. When we come back, we can make it a 60-second break. It's a heat timeout sponsored by Coca-Cola Bottling in Pierre. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Design Build has earned our reputation locally for serving communities across South Dakota. We provide design and building services for schools, hospitals, churches, commercial offices, multifamily housing, and so much more. Pitts Design Build is conveniently located in Pierre, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls to serve you and your organization. We bring value to our clients by facilitating the design and/or construction process. Give us a call today and check us out at pittsdesignbuild.com for a free building consultation.
Synergy's Sign Company, the area's newest sign company in Platte. We offer signage solutions for your business, from custom signs and banners to digital displays, autographics, and more. We'll help your business create a memorable impression. Synergy Sign Company, from custom signs to digital displays. Give us a call at 605-337-2686 or visit us online at synergysignco.com.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
But Cade Kaiser hooks up with Jet Zabel from 10 yards out. Zabel with a pretty nifty run as a kickoff by Sargent is muffed on the run. But Mitchell falls on it at the 40-yard line. They'll maintain possession. Fortunate break here for the Kernels as they'll set up shop there with 5:36 to play in the third quarter. That's the effectiveness, and in a tight game, what we're going to see a lot of times. We've seen it already a number of times, Coach Bria Sargent kicking short, but again, placing the ball not only left to right, but certain distances as well for what she's capable of doing, and this one almost came up big.
And definitely, she doesn't necessarily have the deep leg to be able to put it in the end zone or out the back, but she's got a bunch of different variety of kicks to cause a return team just some confusion on what exactly is going on.
Kernels on first down, a rollout for Lucas Chenoweth, fires and hits his man. This is Dustin Kurtenbach up across the 45. Modest gain of about 6, maybe 7, but that pass on the rollout thrown quite a distance. They'll put him to the 46, and that's a gain of 6. Just a third pass completion by Chenoweth in that Mitchell passing attack tonight. Kurtenbach's first grab of the evening. Second down and 4.
A little bit different formation here with a double wing that we haven't seen.
Parker Denny in motion, and this is misdirection. Mick Daly from the left wing, 50 to the 40. Run out of bounds on a push by Trey Lewis. Governor starters still out there for the most part. You see Grayson Schutzel out there. He tends to get a lot of downs on defense, but everybody else out there gets a lot of snaps defensively for the Govs. He's inside the 35 of the Govs to the 33 this time. Mick Daly's biggest play of the night.
I think we got a different nose. Looks like Jewett's in there getting a little work, but otherwise, yeah, we got a little cave down. Lejabuchi got a little bit too far upfield on that one, and, Rounds just got caught a little bit outside. So double wing, granted, new formation, make an adjustment.
Same formation, same motion by Denny right to left. Chenoweth keeps it this time, though. Might get a yard or 2. He'll go to the 31. And it'll be second down and 8. Chenoweth's fourth keeper of the night. 3:20 to play. Third quarter. 48-0. Governors on top.
And excuse me, not Nathan Jewett. That is Baxter Schremp out there, 79. Kind of tough to read those numbers from afar.
Well, I did see 73 earlier as well. Well, that would have been Matthew Brewer. He's normally an offensive lineman. Maybe I didn't see that. Motion from left to right, misdirect. Denny up the middle, has room, 15, 20, or 10. I get excited, a defensive mistake by the Governors and Parker Denny, who has had some space to run. Went from the 20, cut outside of the 15, then 10-5 and a touchdown. We'll get it counted down properly. The Governors give up a touchdown for the first time in 2.5+ games this season. 2:47 left. Parker Denny from 31 yards out.
Good adjustment there by the Kernels going double wing, just giving the Governors something that maybe necessarily they didn't see on film, and something that I think the Governors now are going to go back and work on, because I think you can guarantee that versus T, you are going to see a double wing set just like that, and with a counter play coming as well.
The kicker for the Kernels is Tate Wenz, an offensive lineman. The snap is bobbled. Chenoweth, assuming, is the thrower, and he finds a man in the end zone, Connor Singray. And the Kernels will tack on a pair. 2:47 to play. Update the score. Governors lead 48-8. Mitchell will kick in 30 seconds. And when we come back, you're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
You can now.
Hey, Tyler with Summit Contracting here. Let's talk about building on your farm. One of the great things about working with Summit Contracting is that we are the farm builders. We build premium grain systems and any structure that goes on your farm. It's never too early to start a project. We'll create a layout to ensure your structures are perfectly placed for today and the future. Let's get started on your farm project at buildsummit.com.
Starting a John Deere dealership during the Depression took guts and vision. But C.J. Grossenberg was determined to help the community. He supplied more than equipment. He supplied a better way of life for his neighbors. Today, the family business is still going strong. Because round here, Grossenberg proves our values to our community every day. Grossenberg Implement is celebrating 85 years and is fourth generation family owned and operated.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Credit is due, and I think that's, in comparing these last two opponents, for example, Brookings and Mitchell, I think that's where Mitchell shows a little bit more game experience, even though varsity experience not quite there in relation to that much younger Brookings team. But here we go on the kickoff. Different kickoff kicker, but Brock Mosier takes it. He's looking to go far side, 30 to the 40 now. Sidesteps a tackler, moves on up to the 45, gets a big hit from behind, but a good return here by Mosier, and the Governors will be in business again. Decent field position, but let's see who's coming out. Looks like a new cast of characters here with a 40-point lead. Of course, the mercy rule still in effect. 2:19 to go in the third. Pierce starting at their own 45-yard line. See Seth Shop out here as a wideout. Backup quarterback is Caleb Lounsbury, the sophomore. Empty backfield. He'll keep it, and he makes a nice move to get into Mitchell territory across the 50-yard line. First man through, maybe one of the Mitchell linebackers, but Lounsbury just cut right back to his left and gets a nice pickup.
Definitely a kid who's going to get a lot of time in games and take this valuable experience with him moving forward.
That's 8 for Caleb. Second down and 2 for the second stringers now for the Governors. Lincoln Dilgis in as a wide out here on the near side. Lincoln Schoenhardt will join him even wider. Got a one wide out far side, that would be Shop to the left. Lounsbury going to go that way. Short side, first down, 45 to the 40, and be run out of bounds there. Mitchell is subbing people in and out on each play, it appears also. Lounsbury to the 41-yard line of the Kernels, 6 yards and a first down chain mover. Hitting the final minute of the third quarter. Pierre led 41-0 at halftime, scored on their first possession of the second half. Mitchell, though, with a surprise 31-yard touchdown run by Parker Denny, and they get a 2-point conversion. Here's Lounsbury, out to Lincoln Schoenhardt, 30, makes a man miss, 25, wrestled down out of bounds. And Lincoln, the wrestler himself, bounces right back up. Was that a wrestler that got him?
That was not a wrestler that got him. I had to double check. A lot of this Mitchell wrestling team for this next year is going to be really young, so there's going to be a ton of kids that I don't quite have familiarity with, but I will learn soon enough.
Steve Steele said most of this team is hockey players, so it wasn't quite a check in the boards, but Lounsbury on first down keeps it up the near hash mark inside the 20, close to the 17 it looks like. That'll be a pickup of 5, maybe 6. The second string doing quite well here, Coach, and also opening holes and doing a good job run blocking, and also even pass protection on that last play. We'll hold that thought. Final play of the third period. That was 6 for Lounsbury. The Govs will have it at the 17 when we turn it around and go to the fourth quarter. On the Gales Gas Service scoreboard at the end of 3, the Governors 48, the Kernels 8. Scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We're back in 1 minute for more Pierre Governor football.
Access Health Fort Pierre welcomes new and established
Allied Plumbing and Heating is your contact for business, farm, commercial, and residential plumbing needs located in Pierre. No job is too big or small for Allied. Put our over 50 years of experience to work for you. At Allied Plumbing and Heating, the only surprise we want for our customers is how fast they get the job done. That's why we offer free estimates on every single service, no hidden charges. Give them a call today at Allied Plumbing and Heating. Remember, you can rely on your allies.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
No huddle. Pick up a 5 to the 12. Lounsbury with 3 carries and 19 yards, looking to throw on first down out near side. Has his man. This is Schoenhardt at the 5. Turns around. He trips and is tackled at the 2. As Lincoln Schoenhardt catches his second. Obviously a combination between quarterback and receiver. A couple of sophomores that trust each other pretty well. And a gain of 10. It'll be first and goal from the 2. And as I was looking on the stat sheet, touchdown Governors, Lounsbury.
Lounsbury with just the quarterback keeper straight up the middle.
How about that offensive line, that second string? They are making plays themselves and obviously learning from the top of the line, I suppose, but kind of nice to see their first touchdown on the board this season.
Absolutely. You know, last week they didn't really get a reprieve at all. They pretty much played with Brookings' starting defense the entire time, so it made it a little bit more challenging, but obviously made them better going into this week.
Barry with another boomer through the uprights, and the Governors tack on 7. They lead now 55-8. We've got 11 minutes to play here in the fourth quarter. 30 seconds, the Govs kick. When we come back, this is Pierre Governor football.
When you're thinking of a new or used car, motorcycle, pickup, or RV, think of us. We make all sorts of vehicle loans. We can set you up with payments that fit your budget. So if you have getting some new wheels in mind, stop by and see us. We'll get you the right loan. Dakota Plains Federal Credit Union, federally insured by NCUA. We're big on you.
We're small enough to know your name, but we're big on you.
Scott Darno with Lee Real Estate in Pierre is ready to help you find your dream home. There are 10 things you need to do to buy or sell your home. Number 1, call him at 605-220-2676, and he'll handle the other 9. As your resident realtor on a bike, he will make buying or selling your home feel like a walk in the park, not an Ironman triathlon. Find him on Facebook or email scott@LeeRealEstatePierre.com. Lee Real Estate and Scott are proud sponsors of Central South Dakota Youth Sports and Events broadcast on Live Ticket TV. Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
End over end, taking on a couple of hops, actually bouncing a few times out to the far side. It will go out of bounds. That one started at about between the far hash mark and the numbers, and then took 3 or 4 bounces to the edge, and it's out of bounds, and the Kernels will start first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
And about 2 bounces too many, as I think that thing sat down and 2 bounces later, so just a little bit too much punch on that kick there from Bria.
See who Mitchell sends in as a second string, assuming that's what they'll do. In fact, the linemen coming up thinking it's in the middle of the field, and they're sent to the far hash mark. They'll move from right to left, and they still have to get a new ball in there. Number 15, TJ Jealous, 200-pound junior, big fella that'll be coming in to run the second string offense. And Mitchell's going to have to take a timeout because they can't figure out everybody that's supposed to be on the field. So a timeout here in the action. Let's take a 60-second break. It's brought to you by Coca-Cola Bottling and your favorite Coke product on a warm night here in Mitchell. Sounds refreshing. We're back with more Pierre Governor football. 55-8 Govs on River 92.7.
Olson Plumbing in Pierre provides complete plumbing and drain cleaning services to commercial and residential customers. Olson Plumbing understands how the simple things in life are often the things we can't live without, and running water is the top of the list. Olson Plumbing offers 24/7 emergency services, and they can be at your location in under an hour in most cases. If you need help with your plumbing system, call Olson Plumbing 605-224-6436.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
Be handled with expertise and the utmost professionalism. Their skilled South Dakota lawyers can take care of your family law, estate planning, real estate law, and personal injury. They're able to help you plan and prepare to make matters easy now and into the future. Call 224-8803. May Adam Law Firm in Pierre since 1881.
Back at it as the Mitchell second string gets going. Their first play, though, snuffed out by the Governor defense to the tune of a 5-yard loss for Eston Schlimgen, who was pushed all the way back to his 30-yard line. Jealous, the big junior quarterback, hands off, but the Governor defense swarms again, led by Trevor Rounds. See Carson Stoser coming off. He had a quiet night tonight, but Mitchell didn't really throw the ball enough for Carson to get an interception in his third straight game.
Something I definitely thought that they would do a little bit more from watching on film was throw the ball a little bit more, and maybe well-deservedly he had a quiet night, as he's had a pretty busy the last 2 weeks, and I think earned the right to not necessarily see targets go his way anymore.
Aiden Bowder comes in to play cornerback. Asher Vandenbos playing safety, it looks like, out there defensively. Jealous fakes the handoff, starts right, comes back to the left, slips a tackle up across the 30, maybe back toward the original line of scrimmage. He'll be brought down at the 34-yard line, and it'll be fourth down from there.
And speaking of Carson Stoser having a quiet night, you've also got another corner out there in Spencer Schonsberg, who's kind of had a quiet year, not necessarily because of anything to his fault. He's just covering so well that he just hasn't seen many people try and target the guy that he's on. So most of the time your best corner is the guy who never gets his name called.
Well, Tristan Jealous with another punt. This is a low line drive that the Governors will let go, and it'll keep rolling. Took a couple of healthy bounces. Good kick as it turns out, yardage wise, inside the Governor 30-yard line to the 28. And here come the second stringers looking to score on their second straight possession. They've got 8 minutes even to go. As the Governors lead 55-8, they'll improve to 3-0 on the season once this one is all said and done, and they'll go to Yankton, who might also be 3-0 if they continue a good come-from-behind effort in Watertown. Pierce starts at their own 27-yard line this time. Lounsbury and company going left to right. 3 receivers wide. One of them takes the reception on a wide receiver screen at about the 26-yard line. This is Carter Schuffelbein in his first catch of the season. Right now, Yankton has added a touchdown in the second half, now leading Watertown 24-14. Schuffelbein for 7. Second down and 3 at the 34. Now to the short side of the field, which is the near side, near hash mark. Lounsbury takes the snap and has nowhere to go. Good collapse here by Sean Foote, 185-pound sophomore. Lounsbury back to the line of scrimmage. Again, the clock running continually.
Continuing running clock definitely makes things interesting on a coaching perspective. When you're trying to get kids shuffled in and out of the game at this point in time and it continues to run, you just eventually run out of time because you can only run so many plays.
You almost have to wait for another sequence or call a timeout if you want to get new people in there. Anyway, Lounsbury, another surge ahead, looking for 2, maybe 3 to get a first down. I don't know if he's got it, but the near side official is saying, yep, move the chains. He's ahead of the 35 to the 37. That's the line to gain. First down, Caleb Lounsbury. Preston Shelsky in on the stop. 3 receivers will go left. Got a wing to the right as well. Lounsbury's alone in the backfield. Quick throw. Far side, there's Schuffelbein again. Another wide receiver screen. Same play, other side. Out across the 40 to the 41.
and you're definitely seeing, him sprinkle in a few receivers that he likes, and you're seeing another freshman. So, to talk about the depth of the program, I mean, when you've got freshmen being able to make some catches here in varsity games and you're seeing multiple of them, there's definitely some talent here to come yet.
Carter Scheffelbein, a freshman, just 140 pounds, but his old man's a pretty athletic guy. I bet Carter will be too. Here's Lounsbury going short side, far side, and he's up across the 45, close to the 50. Good enough for a first down. Actually marks it at the Pier 49 for a gain of 8.
I also watched his little sister Quinn run some cross country on Thursday up in Aberdeen. There's no
two, including Jordan Lutmer, who's proving himself to be one of the top runners in the state. Here's another quick hitter near side. Scheffelbein, take 3, 50 to the 45, wrestled down at the 43-yard line. And the Governor's going to keep working what works here. A couple of other receivers trying to set up blocks include 23, Kia Duchino, also 81, which would be McCoy Carey. Colby, you know him? Back in studio. Second down and 8, or second down and 2 after an 8-yard pickup to the Mitchell 42. Here comes Lounsbury with room, 40 to the 35, backpedaling down to the 30. Got hit, got spun around, and would not go down.
We've seen him throw some good balls, and yet we've also seen him pull it down and run. So no short of physicality, and just kind of showing that in years to come, he's going to be able to have the total package back there at quarterback for the Govs.
Longest run of the season for Caleb is 14 yards. Caleb, the only one doing any ground gains. Colby Carey says he does know him. Here's Lounsbury again. Slant pattern out to the far side. This is Scheffelbein again. He's at the 25. He reverses direction. Flag thrown, but he's inside the 20 down to the 15. And he'll be thrown down, but we'll have to check the call on this one. Probably a penalty against the Governors back at the 30, or make it the 25-yard line. Clock still runs. 3:30 to play here in the fourth quarter. Govs at Yankton next week. Got a personal foul face mask, not against the Governors. This is on Mitchell, so they'll tack this on to the end of the run. Scheffelbein for 13 yards to the 15. They'll go half the distance to the goal from there. Boy, I tell you what, this is an opportunity for Governor fans to get pretty excited about what they're seeing. Half the distance to the goal, the fourth penalty, fifth marked against the Kernels tonight. It is first and goal. Down to the 7-yard line. Lounsbury, snap, quick throw. There's Scheffelbein again, trying to make a move, but a good open field tackle this time by the smallest guy on the field. This is Avery Kaus. He is 5 feet, 100 pounds, and a sophomore, but he brings Lounsbury down at the 5. That's a gain of 2.
Good tackle. Just get in, stay low, right at them waist, wrap him up. Don't know if he's a wrestler, but maybe there's a shot for him on a wrestling mat somewhere.
Near hash mark. I mean, it doesn't matter how big you are. That's testament to just technique. Good job there. Lounsbury keeping it, trying left side. Still now being pushed back. It looked like he was ready for a second or a third effort. I think it was number 12, Hunter McGee, that pushed him back. Yep, inside of 2 minutes we go. The second string looking for one more score, but Mitchell's going to take a timeout. In the meantime, the Govs have it at the 1-yard line with 1:48 to play. It's 55-8. Governors on top. Let's pause for 30 seconds. We're back after this Coca-Cola timeout with more Pierre Governor football.
Hey, Barbie Buick, how are you?
I'm running great. My owner treats me like a queen. In fact, we just got back from the Corner Station Ultimate Car Wash, and I feel terrific. I'm all shiny again.
Well, that's great. Well, my driver won't spend all day there.
But that's the best thing. I was out in no time. But what I like most is that their car wash is environmentally friendly.
Where's this place again?
It's on the corner of Pleasant and Euclid, just up the road from the train trestle.
Treat your car to the Corner Station Car Wash on Euclid and Pleasant and Pier.
We're back at Joe Quintal Field in Mitchell, and one more opportunity for the second string to see if they can punch one in. They're Actually 1 for 1 on their scoring drives, or their possessions so far. There's a quick pass out far side, and that connection continues. Caleb Lounsbury to Carter Shufflebine, who catches his 6th pass of the night. This is a 1-yard touchdown pass and catch. Lounsbury's first as a varsity quarterback. Shufflebine's first 6 catches of the season as well. That's an 11-play scoring drive by the Governors, going 73 yards and chewing up about 6 minutes and 17 seconds of continually running clock here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good connection that is worth looking forward to, even though it's fairly simple, quick wide receiver screens with the Governors work them to perfection. Ryan Berry kicks another one through. 62 for the Govs. 62-8. They've got the lead with 1:43 left. We'll play out the string when we come back after this 30-second timeout. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football.
Graham Tire of Pierre is your premier hometown shop, specializing in tires to fit vehicles, from ATVs to large farm equipment and everything in between. At your tire store next door, you can find a plethora of brand name tires that range from 4 to 10 ply and much more. Our highly skilled technicians can handle brakes, heating, and air conditioning. Call us today at 224-8643 or visit us at grahamtire.com. Graham Tire is a proud sponsor of Pierre and surrounding communities' local activities.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 57,000 participants here in South Dakota who take part in high school sports or activities.
Welcome back to the Oahe Federal Credit Union Press Box. Oahe Federal Credit Union, where people are worth more than money.
And trying to come up the middle of the field, actually lost ground at first. The Governors will swarm. And again, finally finished off, I believe, among others, by Lincoln Dilgis. For the Govs, the Kernels will have it at the 25-yard line. Twins have come from behind and now leading the New York Mets 3-2 in the first of a 3-game series at Target Field. Carlos Correa with an earlier home run in that one. Twins leading the Cleveland Guardians by 6.5 games, coming into the weekend after Cleveland lost on a walk-off at Anaheim last night. Middle of the field, TJ Jealous, the junior, still in at quarterback. Takes a snap, will hand off. Out of the pistol, didn't see the number on this ball carrier. Eston Schlimgen had one earlier. This is 31, however, and that is Casey Lopez Morales, a senior. I think it was senior night. They had festivities earlier on in pregame goings on. 2-yard gain here for Morales. Maybe time for one more play for the Kernels here. 12 seconds. Jealous has the snap. Full post game coming up. Brought to you by Family Dental Offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. This is an incomplete pass thrown behind the receiver, and that'll do it. As the Pierre Governors will move to 3-0 on the season with a resounding 62-8 victory on the Gales Gas Service scoreboard, defeating the Mitchell Kernels tonight. Mitchell will fall to 0-3. They'll host Aberdeen next Saturday. The Governors will stay on the road and go south of here down to Yankton for a big one between two teams that could be 3-0. Gales Gas Service scoreboard brought to you by Gales Gas in Pierre. When it gets cold, use their budget plan and keep full service to stay warm all season long with Gales Gas Service in Pierre. We pause for 3 minutes into our post game coming up. And that's sponsored again by Family Dental with offices in Pierre and Gettysburg. That begins in 3. You're listening to Pierre Governor Football and your official voice of the Governors, River 92.7, and online with live video streaming courtesy of Live Ticket at drgnews.com.
The team at Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg are devoted to spending time with each patient to answer all questions and address any concerns that arise. Family Dental wants all their current and future patients to feel welcome and comfortable and to have the healthiest, best-looking smile possible. They can take care of all your family's dental needs with cleanings, checkups, implants, same-day crowns, and many other dental services. Dr. Ryan Jensen welcomes new patients. Family Dental in Pierre and Gettysburg, caring for all your family's dental needs.
Beck Motor Company is celebrating 54 years in business. Specials in every department. Buy 3 tires, get 1 free. 10% off all Pro Shop items. Caps, coolers, cups, blankets, car storage containers, and more. $15 off a light detail. And with all vehicle purchases, take home a special anniversary gift. See us at beck-motors.com. Call 224-5912. Thank you for your business and friendship.
Dakota Storm Roofing. It's a locally owned roofing company in Pierre, specializing in both residential and commercial roofing services. They can handle your asphalt shingle, metal roofing, and flat roof needs. New construction, plus all types of roof repairs. They can handle the finishing touches, adding fascia, soffit, and gutters too. No job is too big or too small. For a free estimate, call Dakota Storm Roofing at 280-9794. Go to dakotastormroofing.com or find them on Facebook or Instagram. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre is here for you. When you're looking for a new vehicle, they make it easy. All available vehicle information so you can spend less time researching and more time enjoying your purchase. Shop their extensive inventory from home at capitalcityfordtoyota.com or stop in to Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota at 518 East Sioux Avenue in Pierre. Count on them for your service needs with convenient scheduling and in-stock parts. Capital City Ford Lincoln Toyota in Pierre, 605-224-7378.
Chances are you're overlooking a big energy thief in your home or commercial building. The garage doors. But Overhead Door Company of Pierre can help stop that energy waste with a full range of insulated, weather-tight garage doors. Their residential garage doors give you insulated performance at an uninsulated price. And their Thermocore insulated steel doors give commercial buildings the energy efficiency they demand today. Find out more. Call Overhead Door Company of Pierre at 1-800-649-9905 and put a stop to the garage door energy thief.
Century Business Products is a proud supporter of South Dakota High School athletics and proud to provide the most reliable Kyocera copiers and printers to schools and businesses in the area, all backed by their 5-time nationally awarded Kyocera servicing team. Are you looking to control color costs? Looking to reduce printers? Are you looking for more efficient ways to scan documents? Or maybe you'd like to become more paperless? Look no further than Century Business Products. Call 800-529-1950 and see how they're powering business technology.
Pacquiao Quintal Field in Mitchell. You're listening to Pierre Governor football. Our postgame from Family Dental comes up.
Driven by the Office of Highway Safety. River 92.7, KGFX FM, and K296FI, Pierre. Put the phone down. Focus on driving.
Well, from start to finish tonight for the Pierre Governors, it didn't matter who was on the field. They scored on every offensive possession. That's 9 for 9. Just one PAT miss. The Governors will finish off the Kernels 62-8. The defense does give up their first score of the season. Back-to-back shutouts at Aberdeen and at home against Brookings, but with 2:47 left in the third quarter, the Kernels got a 31-yard touchdown from Parker Denny, who, as we talked about throughout the game, we can kind of see people having some problems with him. But all in all those touchdown drives, Coach Sean Lewis, you're looking at a big offensive output, and very quickly as Coach Steele's up here to take the headset from you, but 550 yards of offense, one little blip on defense, but again, job well done, and in taking care of business. That's what the Governors do, and that's what they did tonight.
Definitely an impressive night. I mean, you saw just schematically the way to pick apart a cover 4 with being able to get those underneath routes. Brock Mosier, finding space, running hard. Cade Kaiser just continuing to, just distribute the ball to whomever. And I mean, you see constantly that it's not just one name. It's 4, 5, 6, 7 different guys that are able to produce on offense. And you're seeing the same thing on defense. I mean, there's 4 or 5 guys there every single time rallying to a tackle. And yeah, you're going to make some mistakes. And some of the mistakes we saw tonight, I think, were a little bit of over aggressiveness, and they kind of caught us. So hats off to them. But So the double wing kind of set that they threw out in the second half just threw us for something, necessarily haven't seen before. And, just props to Mitchell for keeping on coming and trying to have some success in something.
All right, Coach, let you hand that microphone off, and you can stick around if you want. Otherwise, you can go join your family. If so, thanks for being with us here. Once again, we'll have him in Yankton next week as well. Governors on top in this one, 62-8 to improve to 3-0 on the season. Coach Steve Steele now has the headset here, and again, like Coach Lewis just said, sir, a taking care of business kind of a performance. You came out, and the impressive thing here is tonight, 9 for 9 on your offensive production, touchdowns every single time you touch the ball, 2 for 2, even with that second string out there. Job well done.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was obviously the challenge for the varsity guys. We were 5 for 7 the first 2 games, which isn't bad, but we knew we could be better. And, to see those guys go 7 for 7 and then the young guys step in and go for 2 for 2 was about as perfect of an offensive game. Obviously there's mistakes, but it's about as perfect of an outcome as you could have hoped.
Coach Lewis had noticed that Mitchell's defense was really kind of sagging, especially when you wanted to throw the football. I mean, first of all, running the ball, you had room to run all night long. Credit, obviously, to the offensive line, but that defense sagging and pass protection, and Cade had a good time with the tight ends in particular, but you guys are just doing a great job of recognition and taking what they give you.
Yeah, and there's a lot of mismatches right now. I think the tight ends, the size, they really tried to take away Jet. That was their game plan. You could see that very clearly with their safety trying to really shadow him, and that really opened up Coop. And Coop had a heck of a game, and then obviously when we were able to run the ball, the line did a great job. I think we had 2 11-man touchdowns where we get everybody in the end zone. That was about as good of an effort, just physicality-wise when we needed to run the ball too.
Good description of 11-man touchdown, absolutely. You just run right behind him, but teams have to be looking at Pierre on film and say, yeah, we got Jet Zabel covered. Now, who's this guy? Number 11, and Cooper Terwilliger obviously looks like an upperclassman out there, but he catches the ball like one too.
Yeah, he's had a great game. In that first touchdown was a little weird, looked a little uncoordinated, baby deerish there.
He just has to not trip over yard lines out there. That's all.
But yeah, and that third one of his was a great catch. Contested and taking it all the way to the ground. You see that at every level of football. Even when you can be open over the middle of the field, it's one thing to be open and catch it. It's another if you're falling down to control that all the way through the ground, and he did a great job.
Mitchell had some good things happen early on, kind of like Brookings did, picking up a first down. They get another one, and it seemed like we talk about some of the athletes in our pregame conversation. That Parker Denny looks like he can really do some things. Just give him some space. Shifty, quick guy, and hard to bring down.
Yeah, and he's a heck of a hockey player. And it just shows. He's a tremendous athlete, and I think you really didn't see his burst. You saw it a couple times, maybe once or twice today. But if he gets going or he gets a little space to open up, he can get to 0 to 100 really fast, and he's a talented kid. So they've definitely got some weapons, and we were just happy that we were able to bottle him up for the most part.
I'll joke about this one, but I got so excited about his touchdown that my yardage in the countdown actually went up. He went from the 15 to the 20, and I got totally screwed up. And in the back of my mind, I was thinking, Coach Steele, I thought we weren't going to allow any points this season. So, Coach Thorson's got some things to answer for right there. What else can we talk about? This new connection. Last week we saw Caleb Lounsbury with Lincoln Schoenhardt. Tonight, couple of catches there, but a freshman in Carter Shufflebein is another connection that's coming up. I know they're high percentage passes and catches, but you get good blocking and again, positive yardage on everything you did tonight.
Yeah, and a lot of that goes into, usually when the backups go in, it's a little bit more blitz happy. There's a little bit more of a crowded box, and you've kind of got to be able to get some quick throws in there just to keep that pressure off. You can't, if you just run the ball into it, it's low success, and just there's too many people there. So really good job by Caleb taking the quick, easy throws and, just getting it out there and letting the Carter work in space and letting Lincoln work in space earlier.
One last question about this game and a conversation Coach Lewis and I had as well is, when Mitchell makes big plays or when you've given up some double-digit yardage plays, it's the fool me once adage. You see it once, but the next time they run that play, your guys are all over it.
Yeah, I think they did a good job of that. You know, I mean, they had that quick little counter. That was a really good play for them. They had a good screenplay. You know, and I think that you saw kind of all those go once, like you said, but then, you know, that second time they understood how that looked. You know, I think that's the other part is, you know, film is a really good thing to try and recognize things. But at the same point, it's not the same as, you know, seeing it live in person coming at you. So they did a good job of adjusting.
Excellent recognition. So now next week it's Yankton. Yankton spotted Watertown a 14-0 lead. They're up 24-14 in the fourth now. So a team that, if it isn't T area, I think probably the Bucks are the team that's going to challenge you the most, and you get that opportunity at their place next weekend. I bet you're looking forward to it already.
Yeah, that's always a fun game, especially when you get to go down there and play. It's you know, it's a great atmosphere. It's loud. It's hostile. It's just one of those places that's just fun to go. It's a fun place to go play high school football.
All right, looking forward to it. Coach, job well done. Once again tonight, a 62-8 victory over the Mitchell Kernels. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Steve Steele, the Governors, get that victory. They go to 3-0 on the young season. Plenty more to talk about. Our family dental postgame will continue as we'll give you the full stats and again that recap. Let's take a 2-minute break and we're back with more Pierre Governor football in the postgame.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Do you love watching high school sports but find yourself wanting to be more involved? LiveTicket.tv has the solution for you. They're looking for production managers to assist for this school year. Duties include the management of equipment as well as basic technological understanding. But don't stress, paid training will be provided. Part-time wages starting at $20 per hour. Call 833-605-LIVE, extension 2. That's 833-605-5483, extension 2. And punch your ticket to joining one of the fastest growing companies in South Dakota.
Living with less pain means living at your best. But an action-packed life can wear your body down. Avera Orthopedics keeps you moving with total joint replacements for pain you don't have to live with. Find relief with the region's largest orthopedic physician team of specialized surgeons so you can keep moving forward. Avera, moving health forward. Learn more at avera.org/totaljoint.
Have you found yourself worrying about inflation and market volatility, considering what should I do? Can I do anything? Am I going to be okay? The Ranky Gray team has been coaching their clients through these tumultuous times for over 35 years. Let us discover what easy, time-tested adjustments can be made for you. For a free second opinion, our team can be reached at 605-224-5959. Let's start today.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC. Registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Ranky Gray Wealth Management are separate entities from LPL Financial.
Back at Joe Quintal Field in Mitchell, South Dakota, a site of a 62-8 victory for the Pierre Governors here tonight. We'll give you the full recap on how that all came together and the statistics coming up, which are definitely very much in the Governor's favor, but very impressive at that the same time. Here's the recap, and again, 9 for 9 on scoring touchdown drives for the Governors, starting right off the bat, taking the opening kick, a 7-0 lead on a Cade Kaiser to Cooper Terwilliger 5-yard score. Kaiser and Terwilliger hook up from 35 yards out with 4 minutes left in the first quarter, make it 14-0. Brock Mosier, who had some great runs tonight, did have a 3-yard touchdown to make it 21-0. Then Trey Lewis slipped several tackles on a 25-yard scoring romp to make it 28-0 early second quarter. Kaiser to Terwilliger for the third time tonight at the 5:44 mark of the second to make it 35-0, that time from 36 yards out. That after a Kaiser to Jet Zabel pass set up and just a two-play 73-yard scoring drive. Mosier gets the final score before the first half is done, a 5-yard run with Ryan Berry, her kick blocked. That made it 41-0 at intermission. Mitchell on a 3-and-out to close out the half. Mitchell had a 3-and-out to start the second half. The Governors' second half possession begins with 4 plays and 66 yards. Clock running continually, 3:16 off the clock. It's Kaiser to Zabel from 10 yards out. Zabel's first and only score tonight. Kaiser's fourth touchdown thrown. That made it 48-0 as Barry kicks the PAT with 5:47 to go. Mitchell gets the double wing going, however, in 4 plays. They go 60 yards in 3 minutes, and Parker Denny, impressive 31-yard touchdown run as the PAT snap was bobbled, but quarterback Lucas Chenoweth picked it up, found Carter Singray in the end zone for a 2-point conversion, and that made it 48-8 with 2:47 to go. But the second string comes in for the Governors with a 40-point lead, and Caleb Lounsbury engineers a 7-play, 55-yard scoring drive in 3 minutes and 18 seconds. He finishes with a 2-yard touchdown run. Barry's PAT makes it 55-8 as the Governors led with 11:01 to go. After another Mitchell PAT, Lounsbury finds a new favorite target in freshman Carter Shufflebine, who catches 6 passes on an 11-play scoring drive, going 73 yards in 6 minutes and 17 seconds. Lounsbury from 1 yard out gets Shufflebine into the end zone as well. Barry with a final PAT at 1:43 to go makes it 62-8. 2 Mitchell plays later, and this ball game came to an end as that clock continued to run in the second half. So the Governors improve to 3-0 on the season. Let's take a look at the offensive stats, and the highest stats that we've seen so far this season in 3 games. On the ground, a total of 290 yards, and Brock Mosier had his career high, if I'm not mistaken. 9 carries, 118 yards, big runs of 20 and 16, also a 29-yarder. Did have touchdown runs of 3 and 5 yards along the way. Cade Kaiser is next in line at the quarterback spot. 4 keeps for 71 yards. Trey Lewis runs for 51 yards on 3 carries, including a really impressive 25-yard touchdown run. As I say earlier, slipping a number of tackles on that one. Then Lounsbury in the second string was the only one to rush the football, but 9 keepers for 50 yards, and he had a 2-yard touchdown on the ground as well. So all told, 290 on the ground for Pierre. Through the air, Cade Kaiser, get these passing stats, 12 of 14 through the air for Cade Kaiser, 202 yards and 4 touchdowns. Then Lounsbury comes in, goes 8 for 8. Granted, high percentage passes, most of them hooked up with Carter Shufflebine 6 times for 37 yards. Lincoln Schoenhardt twice for 28 yards. So he throws for 65 yards or so in that one. I've got the Governors all told with the math that I did earlier, 264 with 290 on the ground. That's 554 total yards for the Governors and a 62-point output tonight. And they pick up a bunch of first downs. They had 12 in the first half, and unofficially 7. Make it let's make that 11 more. 23 first downs in this game all told for the Governors. No turnovers for the first time this season, and another victory at hand. So through the air receiving, Cooper Terwilliger 3 catches, 76 yards, all of them for touchdowns. Jet Zabel with 63 yards on 4 grabs, and then it is Shufflebine with those 6 catches for 37 yards and a 1-yard scoring receive. Brock Mosier, 29 yards on 2 catches. Lincoln Schoenhardt, 28 yards on 2 catches. George Stolle, 26 on 2. And Keenan Scott had an 8-yard reception as well. For the Mitchell Kernels, countering 554 for the Govs total. Mitchell will tally 119 all told. That's 116 on the ground, led by Parker Denny with 8 carries and 85 yards. He had a 41-yard run on a reverse in the first half, had that 31-yard touchdown to put Mitchell on the board, the first team to score against the Governors. Next in line is Mick Daly, 5 carries and 16 yards, and then Nathan McCormick with 5 carries for 7 yards. Lucas Chenoweth, 4 carries for 7 yards, and then single rushes apiece for 3 players, Eston Schlimgen, TJ Jellis, and Casey Morales in that mop-up duty. But all told, 116 on the ground. Through the air, Lucas Chenoweth and TJ Jellis, who was 0 for 1, but together they're 3 for 10 for 18 yards, but Chenoweth was sacked twice for losses of 15, so only 3 net passing yards for the Kernels tonight with 116 on the ground. That's 119 overall. Dustin Kurtenbach had a 6-yard receive. Mick Daly 14 yards, and Nathan McCormick lost 2 yards on his only reception. 5 penalties against the Kernels for 37 yards lost. 5 first downs picked up. There was 1 interception. That was a Lucas Chamberlain takeaway on a 4th down play back in the first half. So that's all the stats, and they're all Pierre, including the scoreboard. 62-8, the final in this one. Big plays, plenty of which to talk about. We'll do that. Big plays in our postgame are brought to you by the folks at Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre, and let's hear from them. And we're back after this from Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Quality comes first at Hermanson Endodontics. Dr. Brian Hermanson serves Central South Dakota with specialty root canal treatment. Hermanson Endodontics strives to provide treatment that's not only comfortable, but also provides the best possible outcome. They do this by effective and timely communication with your dentist and preserving as much healthy tooth as possible using state-of-the-art 3-dimensional imaging and the dental operating microscope to guide diagnosis and treatment. Ask your dentist if a root canal specialist is right for you. Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre.
Hermanson Endodontics with big plays of the game. There were a number of them, but the Governors just picked up yards in chunks for much of the night. Some of those on the ground, but to me the biggest plays of the game are what shows the fact that Pierre is not all about Jet Zabel through the air. There's several people who are receiving passes in this game. In fact, Pierre has 7 players who are getting at least 1 reception in this game. But it's the weapon that I don't know if anybody saw coming, and that is Cooper Terwilliger. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, and to me the biggest ones are the long ones, the 35 and the 36-yarders. Those are your Hermanson Endodontics big plays of the night, sponsored by Hermanson Endodontics in Pierre. And with that, another order of business is to name our player of the game, brought to you by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. We'll hear from them, and we'll award a T-shirt when we come back for shining in this 62-8 victory for the Governors over the Kernels tonight on River 92.7.
Anytime is a good time for Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. Fill up your tank and your stomach. Hunting the fields, fishing the waters, taking kids to activities, Cowboy Country Stores are ready for you. Feed the family while on the go with delicious foods. Breakfast starting at 5 a.m. Fresh-baked pastries, coffees, regular and breakfast pizzas. Federal Bird Stamps. Convenience with a capital C. Cowboy Country Stores and Champs Chicken on Euclid and Harrison in Pierre and in Fort Pierre.
Cowboy Country Stores, player of the game. Certainly a number of candidates tonight. I'm going to pat the back of Parker Denny, though. I was impressed with him from his first couple of runs on the night to certainly the 41-yarder on the reverse, but also the 31-yard touchdown. That kid can make plays in the open field, especially if he gets the opportunity. I think against teams that Mitchell matches up better against over the course of this season, I would imagine Parker Denny has some pretty big nights in front of him later on this season. So Kernels, as far as that goes, keep doing what you're doing, because things will pan out again just against better matchups. So other than that, for the Governors, you've got Cade Kaiser, another solid night. And again, the thing that impresses me with Cade Kaiser, 12 of 14 through the air. Yes, the receivers are making plays, but Cade's delivering them. Only 2 incomplete passes all night long. Cooper Terwilliger was 3 for 3. 3 catches, 3 touchdowns, certainly player of the game worthy. I'm going to look in a different direction, though, and to me, if the Governors can get things going on the ground, that'll certainly open up even more things for them through the air. And tonight, the ground game is what kind of got it started as far as right off the bat. He had a Cade Kaiser 39-yard run. In fact, that was the longest play from scrimmage tonight for the Govs. Brock Mosier had a 20 and a 16 and then a 29 early in this game. Had a 33-yarder in the second half as well. 118 yards and only 9 carries. Brock Mosier has been waiting probably 3 years to have a game like this where he can just get out and gallop, and that is what he got. You got to give credit to the offensive line sealing things off for Brock. I'm sure he'll do that as well. But to me, impressive. Brock Mosier, tonight's player of the game with those 118 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's got a T-shirt going in his direction for being named our player of the game, sponsored sponsored by Cowboy Country Stores in Pierre and Fort Pierre. And pat on the back to that second string unit as well, who goes 2 for 2 offensively. We'll take a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll look at upcoming action. We'll look at all of the scores, and, we'll wrap this one up as the Governors will move on to Yankton next week, and a 62-8 victory tonight here in Mitchell. This is Pierre Governor football.
Do you dream of a custom home built within your budget and done on time? Kruger Contracting can make that dream a reality. They're a trusted home builder since 2003, and they're going to be upfront and open about cost and transparent about where your money is going when it comes to your new home. Their skilled crew will manage construction of your new home from start to finish. They're located in Pierre and can build your home in Pierre, Fort Pierre, or the surrounding area. Call 605-222-2523. Visit KrugerContracting.com or find Kruger Contracting on Facebook.
From the early days of South Dakota statehood through today's digital revolution, BankWest has remained committed to helping customers and communities succeed. BankWest Associates uphold this commitment by developing innovative products, tailoring financial solutions to customer needs, and actively supporting community causes. For a bank committed to helping you and your community prosper, choose BankWest. BankWest, convenient, connected, committed. Member FDIC.
Big thanks to all of our sponsors who always help us out, especially the Pierre Sports Marketing sponsors in giving us Governor football on this particular night. Brian Oakland, thanks to Sean Lewis for joining us once again. He'll head to Yankton with us next week, and we've still got some opportunities to work with John Wayne Calda during the home games that we've got left coming up. And for everybody who helped us out in this one, the live ticket guys, including Caleb Brozick, Colby Carey back in studio as well. A good job by all. The Governors win at 62-8. Here's the rest of the 11 AA scoreboard. Big Game had T area falling to O'Gorman tonight, 41-30. High scoring game, but scoring slowed a little bit in that second half. Spearfish looks impressive. They had a big lead on Douglas. Douglas's second string, I'm assuming, coming up with a couple of scores late in that one, but Spearfish wins at 47-20. Huron wins at Brookings for their first win of the season, 41-6. And then Yankton, who spotted Watertown a 14-0 lead early in that game, now leads with 2 minutes to play, 31-14. So Yankton scores 31 unanswered points. We'll see if they can do something like that against the Governors next weekend when the Govs take on the Yankton Bucks. Will be at Crane Youngworth Field with a 6:25 pregame 1 week from tonight, and it's going to be a lot of fun when those two teams get together. Yet again, both will be 3-0 on the season. Other games going on, 11 AAA. It was Brandon Valley blanking Rapid City Central 32-0 at home. The rest of the AAA schedule, of course, the O'Gorman win over T area will be played tomorrow night. Big game in 11A. I just want to touch on Del Rapids brought in Hot Springs, actually out in Hot Springs. Where's Woodward Field? I don't know. Del Rapids defeating Hot Springs 20-14. The Bison, though, out of that western side of the state, are a team to be watching out for. Chamberlain gets their first win of the season tonight, 47-14. They beat Lakota Tech. Winner wins at Beersford. A win for the 11B frontrunners, 42-13. And then in 11B, otherwise, let's see. Central South Dakota teams, Woolsey, Wessington, Woonsocket, Sanborn Central, a win over McCook Central Montrose, 22-6. It was Mobridge Pollock still leading with 4 minutes to go at Redfield, 32-20. And 9-man games in Central South Dakota. Lyman and White River is on KPLO. That game's still going on. In fact, they're in the second, in overtime, 32-26. It's White River on top now. Lyman had a first half lead. Darren Boyle's got a good one on KPLO. Potter County falls in a big way. Mercy Rule lost to Warner tonight. Faulkton Area won at Sully Buttes this afternoon, 56-20. Phillip blanks Jones County tonight, 53-0 in a Mercy Rule. Governor girls win easily in straight sets over Sturgis at Riggs High Gym in volleyball tonight. Our next broadcast has them at Riggs hosting the Spearfish Spartans, and we're on the air at 1:30 tomorrow. First serve at 2 o'clock. Join me for that. Colby Carey, I'm assuming, will be there, and Live Ticket will have the video courtesy once again. So Governor volleyball tomorrow 1:30, our next broadcast. And then Tuesday, the Govs will go to Sioux Falls, Washington. We'll have that one for you. Governors Soccer on Thursday, hosting Brookings with a doubleheader, girls and boys, with David Burrell. You're on River 92.7, and then the Governor volleyball team again. Actually, football Friday at Yankton. Governor volleyball Saturday hosting Sioux Falls Lincoln in the afternoon. Full slate coming up with games throughout here. And your official voice of the Govs, River 92.7. Cross country, competitive cheer and dance, golf, tennis, soccer. They're all in action coming up, but it's about time for us to move on down the road. We do have Vikings, Buccaneers. The Vikes open the season on our country sister stations, KPLO and KMLO. This coming Sunday, 11 o'clock pregame, 12 o'clock kick. Should remind you as well, on behalf of the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety, as you travel to and from high school sporting events or whatever the occasion, you are reminded that buckling up is the best way to save your life in a crash. So do it for your family and friends. You've got someplace to be. Buckle up every trip, every time. The reminders from the South Dakota Office of Highway Safety. For Caleb here with a video, and Caleb from Mitchell also helping out for Colby back in studio, and with Sean Lewis at side throughout the ball game. I'm Brian Oakland, your final score on your Gales Gas Service scoreboard. It's the Governors moving on to a 3-0 start, 62-8. They defeat the Mitchell Kernels. Thank you for joining us. This has been a presentation of your official voice of Pierre Governor Athletics, River 92.7 and DRGnews.com. Good evening, everybody.